Lopay and Nidek Minster welcome you to this broadcast of high school varsity football. Here at New Bremen High School, the Marion local Flyers take on the New Bremen Cardinals. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: Crown Equipment Corporation, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, Sydney All Glaze Audiology, Precision Strip, Wagner's IGA, Speedway Lanes, and NKTelco, our sponsors here for MAC football matchup, a good matchup between the New Bremen Cardinals and the Marion local Flyers. Along with Jeff Henshin, I'm Dave Kanapke. Both these teams have pretty successful seasons so far. We'll start out with the Flyers, 7-0 on the season, Jeff, 5-0. Had some tough games early on, but since then have rolled pretty easy. They've been winning on their defense and also the play of their quarterback, Peyton Audi.
Yeah, you mentioned their recent games here, that defense, which is a trademark for Marion local. It's not a surprise, but they've not given up a touchdown in over 10 quarters. A couple shutouts against Fort Recovery and St. John's, and held Minster scoreless in that third matchup. So going on 10 straight scoreless quarters, that defense is yielding just over 6 points a game. So again, not a surprise. You look back through the years, Marion local has been very good, and their defense has been very good. It continues to excel. And they're offensively, Peyton Audi, he has done a lot of things for them offensively. He represents a lot of their offense. 515 yards passing, 568 on the ground. He's accounted for 12 touchdowns. So he's a young man that can get it done, and he's a key to their offense. And the defense has been taking care of business as of late. They did have some tough games early in the season. You know, you look at Wapak, they opened up 31-6. Wapak's won 5 games. Then they beat Macomb, who's 6-1. Then they beat Versailles, who's 6-1. They beat St. Henry, who's 5-2 now. All kind of those games were a little bit more competitive than the recent ones, but good job for the Marion local Flyers.
The New Bremen Cardinals, the defending state champions in Division 7, 5-2, 3-2 in the MAC, ranked number 10 in Division 7. They also are being led by an opportunistic defense as well as their playmaking quarterback in David Holman.
Yeah, their defense also, maybe not so much the shutouts like Marion local's pitch, but their defense has forced a lot of turnovers. Had a big turnover for a return for touchdown against Minster last week to kind of help solidify that win. So the defense has been making plays, a little bit of a bend but don't break defense, give up some yards, maybe some points here and there. But their offense has been key, and they can strike in a hurry. David Holman, their quarterback, just like Marion local Peyton Audi, very explosive. He represents a lot of their offense as well. He can do it through the air, he can do it on the ground, and he also plays very good defense as well.
Yeah, over 800 yards rushing and 800 yards passing for Holman. And this game is a big matchup that everybody remembers the game. Played each other 2 times last year. Marion won the regular season, but the big game in the playoffs, New Bremen upset Marion local. 4th game of the playoffs, and that was on their way to a big win to win the state championship.
Yeah, not only did they beat the Flyers, but they defeated them on their home field. Came up with some big special teams plays last year. I believe the Holman brothers were part of that key there for that win, and then obviously New Bremen goes on to earn their first state title in school history.
Let's talk about our keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Let's start with the Marion local Flyers under Coach Tim Goodwin.
Well, they want to run a balanced offense. You know, they do a lot through the ground, but maybe mix it up a little bit, keep New Bremen's defense honest with a little bit through the air. They know they need to contain David Holman. He's the head of the snake, and they want to get good special teams. Kind of reference back to the game they lost last year, gave up a couple block kicks.
And now for New Bremen Cardinals.
The Cardinals under Coach Chris Smits, they want to limit the big plays of Audi, just like the return of the Flyers against the Cardinals. They want to contain Audi. Don't commit self-inflicted mistakes. You know, catch the balls in your hands. Don't commit penalties. Make the game simple for the Cardinals. Don't give the Flyers any breaks. And they also want to find a way to manufacture points. The defense came up big last week with an interception for touchdown. We would like to do the same tonight, create some turnovers, get some good field position that can result in, let's say, some easy opportunities.
And Owen Gable will start us off, kicking off for New Bremen. They won the toss but chose to defer. And we are underway. Short kick. It's returned by the Flyers across there is number 3, Carter Jones, on the return for the Flyers. So decent field position. They'll be around the 35-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Flyers.
Nice return, catch it, go this way, let's say straight up the field, didn't dance around, and got good field position, so good start from the New Bremen 37.
Flyers averaging 29 points a game, give up 6. They're led behind Peyton Oddie. And in the backfield, you have Dylan Fleck, senior fullback, a couple seniors there. Oddie will roll out and throw it and hit Ronenbaum all the way close to the midfield. So pitch and catch, Oddie Ronenbaum for the first down.
Brady Ronenbaum, one of the leading receivers on the squad that's been dissipated with some injuries, but for Ronenbaum, the 5'11" senior, hauls in his 8th catch of the season.
So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line. Oddie on the shotgun, the pistol. Fakes the handoff. He'll dance around the left side. Not much there. Stopped by a gang of Cardinals led by David Holman, also number 67, Caden Putoff. Gain of 1 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Not much room there for Oddie. Bremen's defense really closed in quickly and keep him really out of system a little bit after a big catch and come out throwing right away, kind of maybe catch the Cardinals defense off stride a bit, but a good catch by Ronenbaum, get that good first down and get into into Bremen territory now.
So Oddie this time go through the right side, has a nice crease there in the offensive line, gains about 7 on the carry. So that'll put it at 3rd and a long, looks like 3rd and 3 coming up here.
Probably 2 down territory at this stage of the game. I mean, it'll be interesting to see once if Bremen can get a good stop for either no gain or loss, what Coach Goodwin would like to try here. You hate to give Bremen good field position or a shorter field, but big down here early in the game already, critical 3rd down.
3rd and a long 2, they're going to call it. Backfield is Darren Meyer in the backfield to the right of Oddie. Oddie will go on the right side, avoids the defender, trying to get the corner, and he does. Gets the first down and goes out of bounds. Nice play by the quarterback, Peyton Oddie.
Boy, a good run it was, and he almost got tackled for loss by Trevor Bergman of the Cardinals in the backfield. That would have created a, critical 4th down decision, but able to get around Bergman and then extend the arm there late, extend it down to the 39 for a first down.
Nick Alec on the tackle for the Cardinals. 1st and 10 right at the 39-yard line. Meyer in the backfield. 2 receivers on the left side. Oddie, converted wide receiver, who's converted to quarterback sometime last year. He's going to look long, and now he'll scramble around the right side. Knocked out of bounds. He'll have a short gain of about 3. So didn't find an open receiver. He will scramble, get a couple yards. He'll bring up 2nd and 7.
I think the New Bremen, not a lot of room there. A good hit by defensively by the Cardinals to limit him.
So bring up 2nd and 8. Oddie on the season, over 500 yards rushing and also 500 yards passing. Dual threat quarterback. Looks back to Meyer in the backfield. Oddie this time will hand it off to Meyer. Meyer leans in across the 35-yard line. Decent gain of about 4. Bring up 3rd and 5, it looks like. On the tackle there, number 58, Carter Elking leading the Cardinals there. So they'll bring up 3rd and 5. And Jeff, we've got to figure this has to be 4-down territory here.
Yeah, I would definitely say so. This field position definitely will have 2 downs to get the necessary yards.
Oddie looking for the snap. Meyer, we sign their motion. They're going to go right side to Oddie. Cuts back, and once again, he will find the first down.
Nice defense, or nice offensive opening there for Oddie. Didn't need a lot of room and able to get nice opening off the right side and, more importantly, get another first down.
So 1st and 10 right at the 28-yard line. He's taking a look in the replay brought to you by Winners Meats.
Watch the right side here. Nice blocking there. Nice kick-out block there. As excellent job by number 24.
Darren Meyer.
Darren Meyer.
two running backs in the backfield here. Peyton Moeller will go right up the middle, right in the A gap across the 25-yard line. Nice gain on first down. Peyton Moeller.
Yeah, that was a nice pickup, Dave. Anytime you can get plus 5 yards and give them almost 6 or 7 on that, that makes these other ones a lot more manageable. A 6-yard pickup for Peyton Moeller.
Moeller, a senior running back. They've had two different running backs get hurt this year. And Moeller getting his opportunity there. There's a pass there to number 34 there, Drew Laus. Wasn't a handoff, it was a nice pass there. So good gain, another first down for the Flyers.
Yeah, that'll pad the old passing stats a little bit. A little flip forward. We'll watch it again here. Takes the ball all the way down to the 12-yard line, a 20-yard pickup.
Talk about the
10-yard pickup.
Running backs that were hurt. Kyle Oddie, brother to Peyton Oddie, tore his ACL a week ago, and then Drew Seitz just got back last week and he broke his foot. So
tough break for the Flyers. There's a couple big injuries.
Oddie just able to get inside the 10-yard line where he's tripped up there.
But again, Oddie falling forward. There hasn't been really a zero gain that I can think of, Dave, quickly here off of any of the Flyers offense. They've been always falling forward.
Yeah, so every time they get maximum out of it.
So they've been always staying within, probably their shortest game was a 1-yard pickup back a few plays ago, but right now really efficient on offense, moving the ball, picking up first downs, already 4 first downs in this drive.
They will be a timeout by the Flyers. Coach Goodwin saw something he didn't like. We'll step aside. You're watching high school football here on NKTelco Sports. Welcome back. The Precision Strip timeout in his 23rd year at Marion Local. Doesn't see something he doesn't like. Calls a timeout on this drive. Has been very time-consuming, Jeff, and very successful.
Yeah, they've definitely controlled the tempo here. They've consumed already 4 minutes of clock play, just under 8 minutes to play here. They got the ball into Bremen's 37. One play got them to the 50. Since that time, they've been in Bremen territory for the balance of this drive up to this point.
Drew Laus will go in motion to the left. Oddie will run it around the left side, cutting inside, finds an opening, and it's touchdown Flyers.
Nice run by Peyton Oddie. He was the key carrier in this whole drive. And that 7-yard rushing touchdown puts the Flyers on top. Again, this time coming to the left side. Watch the replay here, Dave. Again, good blocking. And Oddie, very athletic, quick. I don't think he really got touched much. I mean, maybe a tap there, but boy, good blocking by the Marion Local offensive line.
So on for the extra point. They have number
40,
Kevin Partington, a different number this week. Partington with the kick and is good. So 7:45 to go here in the first quarter. Flyers take the opening drive for the score.
That was a nice sustained drive at the 7:45 mark, Dave. We talked about just one play after that timeout. You mentioned Coach Tim Goodwin, 23 seasons. He's seen his share of activity, plus a lot of those seasons have played 5 extra games each year with all the tournament success. So, he didn't see something he liked. Called timeout. They come out the first play after the timeout, I believe it was, and Odding scampers in from 7 yards out. And what a drive here, and kind of a good opening statement. I mean, the Flyers respect all their opponents, but they know Bremen beat them last year on their home turf, and want to make sure they didn't come out flat tonight and give Bremen, let's say, a momentum booster to kind of build off of. Right now, a big statement for the Marion Local offense.
I'm sure this was a game that the Marion coaches and players and fans have circled on the calendar since that loss last year. Marion's not too used to losing in the playoffs, especially not until the state final. 11 state championships and 3 state runners-up.
Yeah, I agree. That's a tough loss. I mean, not many teams win their last game of the season in the tournament. I mean, but for Marion Local, they had to kind of accept it. And Bremen, congratulations to them. They went on and won the state title, but a long off season and probably had this game, like I said, at least a pencil mark around it so they could erase it if anyone came to the house and look at the schedule on the refrigerator. But other than that, this has been, I think, probably a challenge just to get here unscathed, make sure you're focused on all the other games. And tonight, just another game, but a good start for the Flyers, no doubt. Auding, sorry, Dave, his seventh rushing touchdown on the season.
Kevin Partington set to kick off back deep for the Cardinals. It's Trevor Bergman. Cardinals ready to get their hands on the ball the first time. Bergman right at the 12-yard line will go around the right side. Will be knocked out of bounds right at the 24-yard line. He's knocked out of bounds by number 15, Hudson Rose, the senior.
Good job by the Flyers hustling downfield. Bergman, not much room there. He went forward, but really a minor pickup, but able to at least field the ball. That's the important thing. Keep it from going backwards, if you will, and advance it as far as you can. Let your offense come out. Bremen's offense has been pretty good this year.
So they're led by David Holman, their all-everything runner and passer. Second in the MAC in rushing, which is very unusual to have the quarterback have that much running already, but he can do a little bit of everything, leading this Cardinal offense. He will roll out. He's looking for a receiver right now, and he will be sacked.
Number 20.
Dylan Fleck, a senior linebacker. Nobody blocked him, and that's only the second time Holman's been sacked all year. As we'll take another look here on our Winners Meets replay.
I didn't see it coming. All of a sudden, bam, there he was, and boy, he didn't miss, and I don't know if Holman sensed him or saw him coming at all, but a big loss there of 9 yards.
So 2nd and 19. Holman will hand it off to Hunter Schaefer, trying to find a lane, able to get about 4 yards as he cut back. Nice running there by Hunter Schaefer, a 5'9", 180-pound junior running back.
He was hurt beginning of the year, didn't get a lot of action. I don't think missed a couple games early in the season, has come back now and has done a nice job. Has Hunter Schaefer, 44 carries, 156 yards on the season, a couple rushing touchdowns. You mentioned David Holman. He comes into the game with 103 rushing attempts out of that quarterback position for, you said, 823 yards, a healthy average of 8 yards a carry.
Holman roll out. This looks like a run play all the way. The defense strings him out. Just gained a few yards. Looked like he gained about 3. Actually,
they'll mark it back a little bit. I thought his foot went out. They'll give him maybe the 24, 5-yarder.
So looks like it'll bring in the punting formation as we have Colton Muther into punt. Yeah, that just got back to the original line of scrimmage. I was getting mixed up on that between the two.
You get mixed up on the first down, Dave? I think I heard that last week.
Peyton Oddie and also check that number 11, Brady Ronenbaum back. The kick will roll, taking it to Bremen and roll.
Nice
That'll go all the way. They gained about 10 yards. It's down there at the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Flyers. Aaron Tiemann downed it for the Cardinals.
That was one of those kicks. I don't know how close it came, but the Marion Local defender or blocker was running downfield with the Cardinal. And sometimes I'm sure his teammates, in this case Audie and Ronenbaum, were yelling, but sometimes those are times where it hits off the offensive player because he doesn't know where the ball's at. This time it missed him, but those balls can bounce. If it hits a Flyer, it's a live ball. Bremen could recover, but didn't happen here. And then Bremen gets a good hop off the bounce, and again pushes the Flyers back to the 30. They started their first drive, Dave, on the 37, and really went methodically down the field for the end result of a 7-yard run by Peyton Oddie.
Take over 6:08 here in the first quarter. Oddie roll around the right side. He's looking for a receiver. He's trying to cut back. He'll lose a yard as he is sacked there by the Cardinals.
Well, the Cardinals defense making a big play against the Flyers offense. That's the first loss or negative loss play tonight for the Marion Local offense.
2nd and 11. Both these defenses are definitely aware of the running skills of both these quarterbacks.
Skills, threat, whatever you want to call explosiveness. I mean, very much got to be aware of where each quarterback's at in this case. Both are very mobile and have, 7th game of the season, so they have a lot of confidence, and their numbers speak for themselves. They performed very well so far this season.
Dylan Fleck went into motion. Darren Meyer will lead the blocking over to Adi. He has a lane around to the 40-yard line. He avoided Aaron Tiemann there, but ended up with number 12, Nick Alec, able to knock him out of bounds, but 1st and 10 for the Flyers.
Yeah, you mentioned he got around number 1 for the Cardinals, Aaron Tiemann, and Tiemann's an athletic player, made a nice move, and what a big play, a 13-yard pickup for Peyton Adi. Another Flyer first down.
Adi's had the bulk of the rushing attempts so far for the Flyers, and by and large has been very successful with those rushing attempts.
Yeah, just that one loss for a yard. He's got 9 of their 11 attempts unofficially on my stat sheet for already 42 yards rushing, still in the first quarter.
Meyer in the backfield, they fakes. Adi straight ahead will gain a tough 2 yards. Tripped up there by number 58, Carter Elking for the Cardinals. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8 for the Flyers.
That's a good stop day for the Cardinal defense. They're going to have their hands full. They know it, and it would help them nothing more than get another stop here, make it 3rd and long, and try to get this Flyers offense off the field, because you know how good their defense is. You don't want them to go down and put more points on the board and make your offense get in panic mode this early in the game.
2 receivers on the right side, and there would be a false start there on the Flyers. The Flyers will go back 5 yards.
Well, that'll help the Cardinals. I mean, they'll gladly take it. The -5 yards pushes it back to the 39.
Talked a little bit about, on the pregame, we talked about the defense of the Flyers only giving up 6 points a game. The defense of the New Bremen Cardinals, no slouch either, only giving up 14 points a game, and talked about +7, +15 on their turnovers.
Yeah, the key
year.
stat there for the Cardinals defense has been the interceptions. And they've only given the ball away 7 times on offense all year, but interceptions, they've been really capitalizing on that.
A little pitch there to Drew Louse as he goes the right side, gains just about 2 yards there on the little toss there. Used to be handoffs, but now they always pitch it ahead there.
So it'd be a pass?
Pass, yes.
Okay, so 2-yard pass from Adi.
So take another look here.
Yeah, we saw that
goes in motion
similar we saw in the first drive.
Louse has 2 touchdowns running, 2 receiving, and also a kickoff return this year. So bring up a 3rd and 10 for the Flyers. Adi rolling, looking for a receiver, and he found one.
Whoa, nice hit, nice catch, first down.
Nice catch here by Owen Rindler. He was hit immediately, but hung on there for another Flyer first down.
Wow, huge play there. They get it across the midfield stripe. Watch the hit here. Excellent throw. I thought they were going under and actually sneaking in there. And then a solid bump, if you will, but good hands there, as you mentioned, for number 13 on the reception there, Owen Rindler.
And the tackle there, the good hit there, good clean hit there by Aaron Tiemann. But another first down for the Flyers. See 2 receivers on the right side. Adi will fake the run, looking for a deep receiver. He's directing traffic in some trouble. He will just throw it just a little bit short. I was going to say he threw it away, but it was pretty close to being completed there to number 15, Hudson Rose. So after all that scramble, just an incomplete pass, 2nd and 10.
Boy, the Cardinals had what they wanted at 3rd and long. They're going to try to do it again here on 2nd and 10, but that's kind of a back-breaking play, can be, by the Flyers offense, getting a huge catch and a big first down with Rindler on the reception.
Marion local undefeated, number 1 ranked in Division 7. Adi this time as Meyer, he will lead the blocking around their right side. Adi trying to cut, short gain again. Just a couple yards there as the Cardinals able to string it out again.
Yeah, again, they're stringing it out. Number 45 in there, Colt Muther, able to kind of help push Adi out after a short gain, but another big 3rd down here on a short gain there of just 2 yards.
3rd and 9. Flyers have been very successful on their 3rd downs so far, and it seems like when they make the first downs, they only make it by about a yard or 2, but that's all you need. So 3 wide receivers here on the left side. Adi barking the signals here on 3rd and 9. Will run on the right side, has an opening and has another first down, almost able to break it. He was just one tackle from taking it to the house. So another nice run for another first down there by Adi.
He's the head of the snake, and the Bremen's not been able to find a quick answer there. That was a 19-yard pickup, another first down. That big 19-yarder there now gives him 62 yards so far in the game, but yet another Flyer first down to the 3rd of this drive.
2:39 to go here in the first quarter. Second time Flyers had the ball. The first time it resulted in a touchdown. Hands out to Peyton Moeller there. The senior able to get across the 25-yard line, so gain of about 3.
A little mix-up, a little change of pace there. As that time Moeller came in the game with the 40 touches, 40 rushing attempts for 233 yards. A good average of just under 6 and 3 rushing touchdowns to your credit, but picks up 3 yards there and puts the ball down to 24. Again, time-consuming drive. to Bremen had it just for a minute or so. It seemed like not very much time at all, and it's been all time of possession in favor of the Flyers so far here with just under 2 minutes to play first quarter.
Laus goes in motion, and Adi tries to go in the middle, and there's nothing there, no gain. That defense for the Cardinals was like a wall there, stopping Adi.
Yeah, I believe the first Flyer or first Cardinal in theirs was 56 maybe was in there. Evan Ike, one of the Cardinal defenders in there, but a good job, and again, 2 down territory probably in this case, so the Flyers 2 tries to get 8 yards.
3rd and 8. Darren Meyer in the backfield besides Adi. Receivers on the left side. Adi will do a throwback over to Owen Rindler, and he's able to cut back to the 20-yard line. That'll be just a little bit short. He gets down to about the 18. He needs to get to the 17, so probably bring up 4th and short here. 4th and a long one, we'll call it.
Boy, I'm not sure which Cardinal. Let's see, in there, almost got in there to not maybe get the sack. That was 56 again, Evan Ike. But nothing else. Disrupt the pass to make it go incomplete. But they're able to get it away and now create a 4th and short from the 18.
Big play here late in the first quarters, or under a minute. Got an I formation here. Yeah, we'll go to right side. It looks it was close. It like Peyton Moeller, I think, on the carry. No signal yet. Check that. That was Dylan Fleck, normally a fullback. He runs out of tailback position. And they will mark it as a first down. Big conversion there for the Flyers. Right at 20 seconds to go before halftime. The senior running back Dylan Fleck, as they go to I formation, put Adi under center for the first time all game.
Yeah, he was down there, crouched real low. You could hardly see him. And then Fleck with the big, strong carry. Didn't need a lot. Gets it down to the 17. But a big first down for the Flyers, keeps the ball. Possession clock probably was down to the final few seconds.
Darren Meyer will find a little bit of daylight inside right at the 10-yard line. So he gained 6 there. And that will end the first quarter of play on your First National Bank scoreboard. Flyers 7, Cardinals 0 here on NKTelco Sports.
Clopay Corporation, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road Class A CDL driving positions. Clopay is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clopay offers a great benefits package as an equal opportunity employer and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clopay.com/careers.
Are you looking for a new career with amazing growth potential? Nidec Press and Automation is hiring for many positions right now. Nidec is a global company that is growing with its sights on being a billion-dollar company. Machinists, service technicians, human resource personnel, IT specialists, electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, and many more. The opportunities abound at Nidec Press and Automation. Go to minsterjobs.com now to get started on your new career with Nidec.
Welcome back for our precision strip timeout. 1 quarter in the books, Jeff, and it's been all Flyers. They had 1 touchdown drive, and they look like they might be on the way to another touchdown drive.
Yeah, they've dominated time and possession. It's been the Flyers all first quarter. New Bremen's only had it 1 time. They basically ran 3 plays and out. You know, it was a short session, if you will, and now
had a sack there.
Yep, a loss. First play of the game was a 9-yard sack. And so it's been tough for the Cardinals so far, and their defense has been put to the test here. And right now the Flyers are winning that battle.
Darren Meyer in the backfield. Dylan Fleck will be on the right side. We have Laus as a receiver on the left side. Laus will go in motion again. Hand it out to Darren Meyer. Gained a couple tough yards.
You know, quite a few. He got a first down, I think.
We'll see what they signal it. Looks like they're going to put the chains down. That means it's going to be 1st and goal. Hit the hole pretty good, Meyer did.
Another
and first and goal just inside the 5-yard line for the Flyers.
9 first downs for the Flyers, 4 on the first drive, 5 here now on this drive. So they've been very methodical, nothing fancy. A couple big plays, maybe been 13 yards or a little bit like that. Nothing major. It's been ground control and keeping the clock moving.
Meyer for the handoff and Meyer for the touchdown. Darren Meyer, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Flyers take a 13-0 lead here early second quarter.
Again, nice offensive push at the line of scrimmage, and nothing the Cardinals could do to stop. Look at it here as Meyer, you know, not really touched again. I don't know, basically not touched until he was at the goal line itself. So Darren Meyer, credit to the offensive line, giving him a nice opening, and he finishes it with his 3rd rushing touchdown of the season.
Peyton Ronnebaum Brady Ronnebaum with the hold. Kevin Partington with the good kick, and with 11:44 to go here in half, it's 14-0 Flyers.
Park National Bank, Cargill, St. Henry Bank, Chiltex LLC, Speedway Lanes.
Two drives for the Flyers coming out of this precision strip timeout. 2 drives for the Flyers, 2 touchdowns for the Flyers.
Yeah, they've held the time of possession. Bremen's maybe had it for a minute or 2 so far, and 2 quick scoring drives for the Flyers, and they have, again, now put the heat, the pressure, whatever you want to call it, on the Bremen's offense. And remember, Marion's defense has given up 6 points a game and have gone now 11 straight quarters without giving up a score. So, the home team tonight, the Cardinals, have their hands full here against the #1 team in the state.
Partington kicks off. Bergman bobbles it around the 5-yard and picks it up, able to get it close to the 20-yard line, probably at the 19, so not real great field position for the Cardinals on just their 2nd drive.
Yep, their offense has not been really utilized, if you will, so a chance here to come out and try to at least get some first downs, if nothing else. Take the momentum off of the offense of the Flyers and try to convert on offense yourself. Tough task at hand.
David Homan breaks the huddle. Beside him this drive will be Colton Muther at running back. Homan fakes. He will cut into the middle, and there's a whole bunch of Flyers there.
He might get 1 yard as, again, not much of a hole.
So he had, led by Alex Knapke, one of the first Flyers on point there. But there was a whole bunch of them. Gain of 2. It looked like more than he got a pretty generous spot there on that one. Brings up 2nd and 8. To see bringing in the play is Dylan Baumbauer. Two receivers on the left side, one on the right side. Handed off there to running back Muther, and there's nothing there. And right now the Flyers winning the battle of the line of scrimmage.
The Muther, a fresh set of legs here, or didn't play much in the first possession, but came into the ball game 48 carries for 238 yards, a 5.0 average, and 4 rushing touchdowns. And he kind of filled in when Hunter Schaefer was injured. Now they've kind of going back and forth, which is always good to have a couple healthy legs. And both those guys, both Muther and Schaefer, can help offset some of the load, if you will, from David Homan. But Homan's been handling it very well this season.
3rd and 9. This will be a nice first down for the Cardinals to pick up just to stay on the field as Homan rolls out, finds a receiver that's just behind Nick Alec, and it falls to the turf. Incomplete. It'll bring up another punt here for the Cardinals.
First pass of the game for the Cardinals, and it would have been a first down, but maybe a half a step behind Alec, and boy, he made a heck of a chance or stab at it with his one hand, I believe it was his left hand, and Alec is one of the leading receivers, leading yardage. He has 20 receptions on the season for the Cardinals, just under 400 yards, and 5 receiving touchdowns, but unable to come up with that, would have been a difficult catch.
Colton Muther with a punt. This time the ball does not take a New Bremen roll there, and it's stopped there by Xavier Wyatt. So it'll be great field position for the Flyers as they start their 3rd drive at the New Bremen 34-yard line. Or check that, 44-yard line.
I thought I had trouble. I'm glad you have that too. I can have trouble getting my lines. I've already made a couple of mistakes tonight trying to record the action, but boy, 14-0 now, and the Flyers, they're about probably 3 or 4 minutes with another drive here, making us very lopsided here early to start this game. Good start for the Flyers on the road.
See if the Cardinal defense can be up to the task. There's another pitch to Drew Louse around right side. He makes a nice cutback, gets it down right to the 38-yard line. That'll be a gain of 6. Now they give it 7. They'll give it right to the 37-yard line. So again, the freshman, and that's the 3rd time he's got that reception. Used to be a handoff back in the days. They didn't think about the handoff. There could be a fumble if you pitch it like that. If it falls, it's incomplete.
And you wonder, the Flyers, Adi has thrown 89 passes on the season. I'll have to look it up here. I wonder how many of those were, that type of pass. He's already done it 3 times tonight.
Darren Meyer right to left tackle, and there's a bunch of Cardinals there. Nathan Rindler, number 81, one of the first ones there, as well as number 56, Brady Blickel. Oh, check that, Evan Eink with the tackle. Bring up 3rd and 3 to the Cardinals.
To my point, as you watch the last play here, the short gain by Meyer, but we've seen 3 times tonight Peyton Adi flip it forward to Drew Louse. He came into the game, Louse did, with 5 catches, so I thought maybe a little bit higher, maybe they would run that. And I don't know how the other 5 Louse got, but tonight he's had 3 of them where it's been like a shovel pass forward.
Hand off to Meyer. He looks like he tripped, and there'll be a flag will come in there. So that looks like it might go from a 4th down, and that's often in the holding range there. We'll see what the man in the white hat says.
It happened so quick. It's just odd that you even had time to hold unless you just simply grabbed and pulled a guy down.
And it looks like the Flyers are marching back. So we'll wait for the signal of the referee. But the Flyers already know it's going to be a holding, or no.
Illegal block?
Chop block. That's a chop block, I believe. That's a 15-yard one, so that's even worse. It takes it all the way back to Marion local territory on their own 49-yard line. So
that's their 2nd penalty of the game, and that's really been the only negative things they've done wrong. And a 5-yarder, now this big 15-yarder pushes it back, like you said, to the Bremen side of the field.
Probably a chance for Adi to air it out here. Adi drops straight back across the middle. Owen Rindler tries to break there, and there's a bunch of Cardinals right in the vicinity, led by Trevor Bergman, number 9. And I'll bring up punting formation for the Flyers. First time they will have to punt. Aiden Eifert, the punter, number 2 for the Flyers. Trevor Bergman will go back in to receive. He'll be inside the 15-yard line.
Well, a penalty turns out to be pretty big and really helps the Cardinals here and give them a chance to get the ball back. And
Eifert is a nice bounce there for the Flyers. It hit about the 9-yard line and it stopped at the 10-yard line. So once again, not real good field position for the Cardinals.
But you're still only down 2 scores.
Good point.
Let your offense go out and try to make a statement here. You know, you can't get gifts all the time. Their defense gave a great stop. They got a punt. It's your time to do something on offense against one of the best defenses in the state.
Reminder to follow WCSM AM 1350, 96.7 FM, and Lake 100.3. And their internet-exclusive games on WCSMradio.com all season long. Your sports leader in Mercer and All-Glaze County, WCSM Radio. Homan has Hunter Schaefer off to his left side. He will fake it and hit Alec right in stride.
90 yards.
He has 2 steps on the defender, and Alec is trying to hold on here, and Rindler, and he dives for the pylon. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Wow.
90 yards. David Homan to Nick Alec, who hit him right in stride, and a big boost, and just what the Cardinals needed, a lightning strike, so to speak, for the touchdown.
Say that softly, Dave. The weather is not maybe going to cooperate with us tonight, but what a play here. Watch it again. I don't have a Bremen program. I'm not sure what the biggest pass completion is in the history, but this has got to be in the top 5. And boy, Alec, good thing he didn't have to go 91 yards. Rindler made an effort and give the score to Alec on the pass from Homan.
Owen Gable in to kick the extra point. Homan with the hold. Gable now 32 of 34 in his extra points, and a much-needed touchdown for the Cardinals with 7:23 to go here, second quarter. We'll step aside. Be right back on NKTelco Sports.
Minster Bank.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Welcome back. The long touchdown, 90-yard touchdown pass from Homan to Alec. That was Homan's 8th touchdown pass of the season. That was Alec's 6th touchdown, and they're looking in the record book to see if it's one of the longest ones in New Bremen history.
So far, all I found his longest TD run from scrimmage was Spencer Rohr, 98 yards in 2009, which is also the year New Bremen beat Marion Local at Booster Field, 17-14. But that game was against Covington when Spencer Rohr did that.
Drew Louse on the return, a nice return. He returned one to a touchdown. He all the way to the 42-yard line.
So a good run back and a good start now for the Marion offense, which, you know, faltered a little bit, self-inflicted wounds. I think we mentioned in the keys of the game, one of the comments there was about mistakes, and but
one of the things for Marion Local, we had good special teams.
Yeah.
And that definitely came through there on Louse with a nice
run back. Good field position, 42-yard line.
Adi hands it off to Meyer around the left side, and that offensive line for the Flyers doing a good job. Let's recognize that offensive line. Number 50 on left tackle, Chris Hardings. Right guard, number 77, Mason Rose. The center is Alex Kanapke, number 52. At left guard, 74, Lance Wendell. At right tackle, Jake Top. Three juniors and 2 seniors there for the Flyers, paving the way there. That's what's made this running game go for the Flyers.
Well, they've got a good down and distance here, Dave. A good first down pickup keeps them in rhythm, and you know they have the way their drives have gone so far other than the last one. They've consumed a lot of clock, and they're capable of almost running us down if they can get enough first downs and keep it methodical.
Adi once again able to get that corner. Cardinals string it out, and they come within a couple yards of knocking him out of bounds, but Audie being the athlete in quick, able to get another first down.
It's amazing. You think you got him, and then all of a sudden he has that burst or that angle to able to pivot around the side, if you will, and get down, keep it in bounds, and keep it down to the 43, another first down.
So this is the fourth drive for the Flyers. The first two ended in touchdowns. The third one was stopped by a illegal block. Little cutback. So chop block.
10 first downs for the Flyers here in the first half.
Audie looking for Laus on the wheel play. He'll cut inside the 10-yard line. Big play, Audie to Laus for the Flyers.
Well, we saw Laus get some of the forward passes, but that time a 33-yard pass and catch.
We're getting a look at our winners meets replay. They faked it to Laus. And he goes around the wheel there.
Again, his first 3 catches came kind of with a modified handoff, and then a big play there, 33-yard pickup.
Precision strip timeout on the field. We'll be right back. You're watching high school football here on NKTelco Sports.
Grand Lake Foot and Ankle Center offers a family-friendly environment with a personalized approach to reduce pain, restore function, and improve mobility. Dr. Christopher Stuckey specializes in reconstructive foot and ankle surgery, diabetic foot care, trauma including fractures and sports injuries, along with bunions, hammer toes, and ingrown toenails. Grand Lake Foot and Ankle Center has offices located in St. Mary's and Salina. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-394-8664.
Get a look at the New Bremen crowd there on the home side supporting their Cardinals. Right now, the Cardinal defense need to make a stop here as they had just scored in their last possession on a 90-yard pass completion. But Flyers have just marched it down the field. Pass from Peyton Audie to Drew Laus
was a big part of it. But remember the good run back that got him out to the 42-yard line, and then obviously the 33 pass completion from Audie to Laus has him down here now on the 10-yard line. Another first down on this drive. It gives him now 11 in the game.
Meyer will be right behind Audie. Laus again will go in motion. They'll hand it to Meyer. He has a little bit of an opening. It closed real quick, but down to the 1-yard line. A couple of Flyers won a touchdown. His second and third effort. Meyer real close to scoring. It'll be second and goal from inside the 1-yard line, probably about a foot.
Yeah, good spot for the Flyers offense here. You think your percentage there as you see the nose of the ball not quite touching the end zone. A 9-yard pickup for Darren Meyer, 37 yards on the 7 carries for Meyer so far. We'll see which Flyer is going to get the chance to score here.
We'll stay in the shotgun. Audie will hand it to Meyer. Meyer is stood up there, trying to work there. Braxton Krause, the first Cardinal there. A good stand there by the defensive line of the Cardinals.
Yeah, I'm not for sure who all got in there, but boy, then I didn't hear a whistle, so I didn't know how long they were going to let the play go on. We'll see once here. It was number 8, Braxton Krause, and I think the whistle blew there, but boy, he kept turning, so I didn't. The far referee had his hand up, I think, so that stopped the play, but break for the Cardinals. Will try to do it again.
We'll go to the I formation. Meyer at fullback, Fleck at tailback. Audie will hand it off to Fleck. He's in for the touchdown. Dylan Fleck able to get 1-yard touchdown, or 2-yard touchdown actually from the 2-yard line.
Did they lose yards on the last play?
They must have. So it was from the 2-yard line according to the scoreboard. And 20-7 Flyers here at 4:47 to go here at half. Taking a look at our winners meets replay.
I can't really tell where the ball was snapped out there, but it must have lost some yards. But nonetheless, a 1 or 2 yard touchdown run for Dylan Fleck. His fourth of the season.
Partington on with the extra point, and that is good. So 4:47 to go before halftime. Flyers have the lead back to 14 points. And we'll be right back with the kickoff when we return on NKTelco Sports.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Running a small business. Your hands are full. We can help. NKTelco partners with local companies by providing business class internet, phone, TV, support, and more. Our advanced system delivers the speed you need with enhanced reliability and support. Running a business is tough. Contact NKTelco and let our expert team give you a hand.
Coming off a precision strip timeout, another long drive set up. A couple big plays by Drew Louse, a long kickoff return and then a long pass capped off by a Fleck 2-yard touchdown run.
That definitely helped the Flyers get in one good starting field position and two, get down inside the red zone. And Fleck, like I said, scored his 4th rushing touchdown of the season.
Trevor Bergman, a nice cutback, able to get an extra yardage, knocked out around the 28-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Cardinals.
Well, the last possession, again, the time of possession, even last week at Minster dominated the time of possession game. Well, the Cardinals, they're more of a quick strike offense, and last week one of their big scores came on a 95, 97-yard interception by David Holman for a score, and that last drive was a 90-yarder by Nick Allaga, his 6th touchdown reception of the season. So not a lot of time of possession for the Cardinals, and fortunate maybe only to be down by 2 scores with that lopsided stat right there.
Schaefer beside Holman. He'll drop straight back. Has Bergman wide open. He finds it right at the 30-yard line. Bergman with a nice cut across the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9. Bergman, the senior receiver, with a nice move. Bring up 2nd and 1.
Well, he was wide open. We could see him standing down there. He had his hands open or up in the air, and when Holman had no one else or nothing downfield, made a nice little casual pass over. Bergman has 23rd catch on the season. That leads the Cardinals in receptions. That now puts him over 300 receiving yards on the season. 2nd and 1, they'll hand it off to Schaefer. Cuts back close to the 40-yard line. Gain of about 4. It'll be 1st and 10 Cardinals. New Bremen picks up their first down. Yeah, they had the long touchdown reception. Otherwise, haven't been able to move the chains. And, obviously you want to score, but the more time you can take off the clock and not hand it back off to the Flyers with 3:50 to go here before halftime. It'd be nice for the Cardinals, if you're a Bremen fan, to take some time off, score before half. You do get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. Takes to Baumbauer. Holman with a nice run, breaks a tackle, going around right side, inside the 30-yard line. He's knocked out of bounds. David Holman with a nice run. Wow, you talk about the athleticism as he takes it from the 40 all the way down to, what do you say, about the 29? Yes, 28-yard line to be precise. 32-yard pickup there by David Holman. If I did my math right. Look at the replay there. He faked it to Baumbauer going across, and then he got an opening and broke a tackle there by Rindler, and then he was off to the races. Again, speed, and kind of the sideline forced him to slow down a little bit, and then the Flyers were able to get him, but not until he picked up 32 yards. Coming around right side, able to get some tough yardage inside the 35-yard line. Looks like about a gain of 4. Holman right now. Clock has stopped with 3:24 to go before halftime, but the Cardinals on the march. Right now they're at 4-down territory here at the 24-yard line. Baumbauer brings in the play. 36 yards in the game now for David Holman on 5 carries. Remember, he opened up the game with a 9-yard sack. And we will have a flag. That's from the false start against the Cardinals. And boy, that's a tough break. They didn't need that. That's going to push them back here to outside the system, if you will, behind the chains. And you go from 2nd and 6, a decent gain on 1st down. That brings the 2nd 11. A lot of teams that
doesn't matter that much, but against this Flyer team,
yeah, it matters
stingy
a lot.
defense, it matters a whole bunch.
What is the ball on the 29 now?
Alec and Bergman over on the left side. You have Kraus going in motion. Fake to the left, and Homan will cut back, and he's tripped up. The line of scrimmage, Alex Kanapke tripped him up. Gained maybe about 2. And it looked like Homan had an opening there, but he was tripped there. Be 3rd and 9.
And in Bremen, I think, again, even though they have a good place kicker in Owen Gable, who we saw kick going the other direction before the game, he kicked one from, what do you say, the
45.
A 45-yard field goal. Yeah, now that was going the other direction, and the wind maybe a little bit in that direction to the right, but right now the Cardinals, I think, looking to get first downs here and try to get a touchdown this drive.
Homan will roll out. He's got a receiver for the first down.
Maybe Alec. His forward progress will get him down.
Yeah, it's Nick Alec with the reception. So big first down conversion for the Cardinals. As they'll go quickly to the line. Hand it off to Hunter Schaefer, around right side, cuts back, gain of about 5 for Schaefer with 2:07. Right now, Cardinals don't have to hurry up a whole lot. They have a timeout left, or 2 timeouts left, and right now they just want to cap off what's been a good answer to the Flyers' last drive.
Yeah, answer score for score. You do get the ball back to start the half, so as little time as you can leave the Flyers. Now, their Flyers haven't been quick offensively explosive, but they've been methodical. But still, boy, if you can keep the ball out of the Flyers' hands until after you touch again in the third quarter would be key.
Bowman bounces off a couple tacklers inside the 5-yard line. They'll stop the clock. That means it's a first down.
Got another nice run, about 10 yards there by David Homan.
Hurry up here. As they will hand it off to Schaefer. He will cut back close to the goal line.
Did he fumble that? The ball came out.
Ball came out is Evan Eink comes up with a huge fumble recovery there.
I think was it Eink 56
yes.
that fell on it?
Mm-hmm. Taking a look here. We'll see when it came out here. Schaefer is hit by a couple Flyers, and it comes out.
That's 56.
56.
Blickel.
No, Evan Eink.
I'm sorry, Dave. You're right.
Johnny on the spot is his name now. So that will lose a little bit. 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line. Homan will fake it. He'll try to go on the right side. He not brought down at first, but now he is tackled. No gain on the play with 42 seconds to go. It'll bring up 3rd down. Cardinals might take a timeout here as we're down to 24 seconds. They got 2 timeouts left. Ideally, you want to score without hardly any time, and they will call a timeout by the Cardinals. We'll keep it right here with 19 seconds.
Well, you got to figure it's 3rd down from the 3-yard line. I mentioned how well they have a place kicker. I mean, you'd love to score a touchdown here, obviously. So if you don't get it on 3rd, question is, do you go for it on 4th down, or do you try a field goal, which is a kind of a chip shot, so to speak? Although, what's odd here, if they run it to the right side, the ball's going to be spotted on the far hash. Usually when you kick extra points, you're straight on. Here, the hashes are so wide. You know, I'm looking ahead if they don't get a first down or a score here, but that's kind of a tough angle. So, but for the Cardinals here, they'd love to score on 3rd down right now and take that decision-making process away from the coaching staff.
I think it depends, too. If you don't get the touchdown, it looks like it's spotted closer to the 4-yard line. If you get it down the 1-yard line, I say go for it. If you get it.
A lot depends on what happens here.
Yeah. They have one more timeout left, so odds are whatever happens, unless they score an incomplete pass, they will call it take a timeout. So a huge play here coming up for the Cardinals as they huddled around 7th-year head coach Chris Schmidt. He's done a nice job of building up this New Bremen program, and a big play coming up here. 3rd and goal from just outside the 3. Empty backfield for Homan. Homan will roll out. He's looking for a receiver. There's a receiver open, underthrew it. is it just bounced right in front of Bergman. So I had an opening there, just a little bit too short. Looked like he might have tried to aim it instead of throwing it. Easy for us to say up here when nobody's running after us.
True, and he's running, this way, tough pass. It looks like Owen Gable will be called upon for the field goal try. He's 2 of 2, I believe, on the season. One inside the 20 and one inside the 30. This will be a 20-yard field goal, but again, from that right hash mark, so he'll have to angle it. It's not straight on. He'll have to cut it back to the left a little bit.
Holman on the hold with 14 seconds to go. Gable with a sure kick. It is good. And 11 seconds to go. And there's a flag. They might be calling roughing the kicker. We'll see what the referee says. It's roughing the kicker. They might be able to, that would be half the distance and a first down. They can take a couple shots into the end zone.
Yeah, they do. You're right. That would be an automatic first down. And right now, we're waiting on the decision from the penalty, but more importantly, Owen Gable, hopefully he's not hurt.
I didn't see actually when it happened. I was watching it go through the upright, so hopefully, yes, he is okay. He's had a very good year kicking the ball. So with 11 seconds to go, we'll see what happens. We'll see. I'm thinking if they get a penalty, they would probably go for it, do one shot. You still have a timeout.
Yeah, what's kind of nice is the incomplete pass. There's the penalty.
Roughing the kicker, a personal foul.
That incomplete pass to Bergman stopped the clock. If they would have run it, they probably would have run the clock down to a couple seconds and kicked the field goal. Then if this happens, you don't have much time to really make a decision. Here you still have time with the timeout as Owen's up now. But now you still got time. Like I said, they could run 2 or 3 plays if they throw it in the end zone.
Good to see Owen Gable walking off on his own power. And so Cardinals, you figure everything's open. It's at the 2-yard line. You could run it. You can pass it.
I think pass
that timeout is huge.
Yeah, you can do a lot of things, but I would throw it, take your shots there, roll Holman out. If he can throw it, great. If not, maybe run it in. But, boy, if you don't like it, throw it on the ground, come back, line up again. Save the timeout.
From the 2-yard line, 1st and goal, and the Flyers will take a timeout. They have 2 left, so a little bit of a chess match going here between 2 state champion coaches here.
Yeah, it's
that's a good strategy. You got 2 of them there. You make them think about it. You see what they waited until they came out.
Yeah,
see what they're going to set.
Yeah, kind of what is their go-to set, at least on that particular play, what they were thinking, and force them to either do it again or go to plan B.
Yeah, it's like, that's the thinking is like, well, we know what they're doing, or otherwise we're having their second choice.
I would line right back up and say, we're going to do the same thing we were doing before we called timeout. This is what we decided on. Just because it doesn't make me change my mind, per se.
Football coaches will say that if you execute the play right, it doesn't matter. Yep. They know it.
That's the confident aspect of someone who to answer that question. We'll see what the Cardinals elect to do.
So 11 seconds to go. Cardinals have a timeout. Alex on the right side. Holman will go on the right side. He is stopped short at the 1-yard line. Cardinals will take a timeout with 6 seconds to go. The other thing to think about, if you go for a field goal here, you just had the field goal kicker got hurt if he's able to kick it.
True. We don't know the severity of Owen Gable's injury.
The other side would be you're down 2 scores. You probably need touchdowns so you can go for it here.
But you do get the ball back to start in the 3rd quarter. So obviously you'd love to have a touchdown, but you want points.
I think it looks like they are going for the 1-yard line. So huge sequence of plays. We've had a lot happen here in the last under 20 seconds here.
It's taken a long time, and I'm looking for Gable on the sideline. And I don't know if he's in the huddle, if they're kind of waiting to kind of send the special teams unit out altogether, or, make Marion Local think. And let's see, I don't see 22 yet. I see Holman, number 5. So
I think they're going for it. Yep. Whether they may not have a choice, but we'll. So anyhow, they're down 2 touchdowns. So trying to cut it down to 1 touchdown. Alec on the right side. Holman with the ball. Or Holman in the shotgun formation. Holman will go up the middle and over the top for the touchdown.
Good leap, good timing on that jump by David Holman. got over the Flyers defense. The Flyers can't fly that high on defense, evidently. Is Holman able to extend? Watch the leap here. Good decision and good hops right here. Good time. He didn't go too early. Just has to break the plane. Good job by David Holman.
Big sequence there and a big score. We'll see who is kicking right now.
It is Hunter Schaefer.
Hunter Schaefer is in to kick.
And he does have a PAT, I believe, just credit already this season.
And that is blocked. So with extra point is blocked, but with 2 seconds to go before halftime, the Cardinals cut the lead to 21-13 on the 1-yard run by David Holman.
Well, that is what the Cardinals wanted. I'm sure they wish they had the extra point. So they got most of it, and still, you know, it's still one possession game if you put it in that perspective. A long way to go, but good hops here at the end by David Holman, who that rushing touchdown now his 16th on the season. So,
notice on the replay there was also some rain coming down, some precipitation. We had heard earlier that Fort Recovery's on a rain delay earlier going on, so
yeah,
most time it comes from the west. So
we've been blessed the past 4 or 5 weeks here on Friday nights. Beautiful weather, football weather, and I noticed that same thing during the replay. Our cameras picked it up. I don't really notice it looking out of our window here, but
so Hunter Schaefer will kick it. I'm guessing they will squib it. They don't want Drew Louse to come up with it as after that nice return he had the last time.
Yeah, you still have to fill your lanes, and I doubt Marion Local, you know, they don't, you never know if they're going to just catch it. There's a touch that should start the clock, and sometimes
Mueller
you might just
comes
want
up
to go
with
down.
Baumbauer with the tackle. Good first half of football here. We go to our halftime on our First National Bank scoreboard. Flyers 21, Cardinals 13. We'll take a break and come back with the halftime stats here on NKTelco Sports.
Schwiedemann Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedemann purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
American Trim's story started in 1951, and our long family legacy continues today. We are a third-generation family-owned business with locations in Sydney and Walpock, and we're hiring for manufacturing positions on first, second, and third shifts. Part-time and full-time positions are available for entry-level and skilled individuals. Please apply at www.amtrim.com or in person. American Trim is a proud sponsor of high school sports and our communities. Come be part of our story.
Plygem Residential Solutions is part of Cornerstone Building Brands, North America's largest manufacturer of exterior building products, and the success of our company is directly related to the contributions of our employees. We are currently looking for machine operators, maintenance technicians, forklift operators, and more to join our growing team at our facility in Sydney, Ohio. Plygem offers competitive pay, a full benefits package, as well as opportunities for bonus pay and long-term advancement. Become a part of our strong foundation.
Precision Strip, Tom and Jerry's, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Carriage Works, New Knoxville Supply Company.
Welcome back. We are at halftime here in this MAC matchup. Marion Local leads 21-13 over New Bremen. Some of the local scores going on. Anna's trails St. Henry 20-0. Versailles headed Elvis St. John 31-7. Coldwater up 21-0 over Minster that's in a rain delay. Sydney in a rain delay over Fort Laramie. A very rare matchup there in a makeup. And Lehman and Covington are tied up. For your streaming people right now, we'll have our stats and recap brought to you by Wagner's IGA from my partner, Mr. Jeff Henshin.
Well, the important stat is on top. Flyers lead 21-13. How we got there, Flyers come up with 212 total yards. New Bremen at 167. Rushing yards in favor of the Flyers, 140-55. Passing yards in favor of New Bremen, 112-72. And First downs, the Flyers methodically, a lot of drives there in the first half, got some first downs. New Bremen just 7, but big key is New Bremen's one scoring drive lasted one play, went 90 yards on a David Homan to Nick Allig, 90-yard touchdown. That cut the score at that time to 14-7. Each team's then traded touchdowns, and Bremen gets one in, a big one, David, at the end of the half on a David Homan 1-yard run, but the PAT blocked off the foot of Hunter Schaefer, who filled in for Owen Gable, who was hurt on the field goal try that he made, but roughing the kicker gave New Bremen a first down, new life with 10 or so seconds to go in that first half, and Homan scores a touchdown. And Marion Local, their scoring drives came on Peyton Oddie, 7-yard run to open the game, his 7th of the season, and Darren Myers scored his 3rd rushing touchdown of the season to make it 14-0. Then Alec, the big 90-yarder, to make it 14-7. Then Dylan Fleck, a 2-yard run, make it 21-7, and then again Homan to close out the half. Scored the touchdown, PAT missed, and that's where we stand, Dave, 21-13, with New Bremen set to get the ball to start the half.
That was a huge drive there and a huge score by New Bremen to get it within a touchdown. Marion has only given up 44 points all season long, and they're able to score 13 in the first half and keep it a one-score game, and New Bremen has the ball, as you can see, to start off here in the second half.
I mean, the locker room, I'm sure a lot of excitement for the Cardinals. They know that after kind of a rough start, they have a chance to go out here and tie this game up here on back-to-back possessions to end and to start. So, you know, I'm sure the action, if you will, inside the locker room was very positive. And for Marion Local, you know, they're going to regroup. The defense kind of got hit in the face a couple times here. They have a couple penalties that hurt them on their drive. The only time they punted in the half was because of a penalty, a chop block, and then a penalty here against the Cardinals took some points off the board. The end result is they gained 3 more after they had the roughing the kicker penalty. So a couple miscues by the Flyers on the penalties.
Kevin Partington will be starting us off here at the second half kickoff. That will go to Trevor Bergman. Go along the right side. Senior Bergman will go right at about the 25-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Cardinals.
Well, the Cardinals have not really had great starting position all night. They've not had the chance, the opportunity, and now 4 or 5 returns to really get many yards. So a lot of their drives have started from deep inside their own territory.
So Homan leads it out. Braxton Krause will bring in the play for Coach Chris Schmidt.
You mentioned the 44 points that Marion Local, Dave, gave up on the season. The highest scoring team against them has been Minster, Versailles was 17 points.
They tried to do a slant across there to Alec. It was tipped at the line of scrimmage by Marion, so incomplete pass.
But yeah, 17 points by Marion Local, or by Versailles, and 14 by Minster. You know, the only 2 teams really put some points on the board. Walpock scored 6, and other than that, it's been shutouts. So
year in, year out, Marion has about as good a defense. They usually like to blitz a lot of linebackers. Right now, a 2nd and 10 for the Cardinals. Colt Muther in the backfield. Homan rolling out. And he has a target that goes off the hands there of his receiver. Off the hands of Trevor Bergman.
Yeah, the ball, obviously the rain coming down more now here, or was. Feel a little bit more wet, some moisture out there. David Homan, I have him down in the first half. 3 of 5 passing through the air. Opened up the half here with 2 quick incompletions. So big play here on 3rd and long.
You know, you talk about momentum going to the locker room. That's a big thing in high school. Kind of like in baseball, momentum is as good as your starting pitcher. Next day starting pitchers, the momentum at halftime is only as good as your first drive. And here we got a 3rd and 10. Homan drops straight back. Across the middle, right in stride, just goes off the hands of Alec.
Boy, the Bremen Cardinals, you mentioned that, had some chances there. The ball maybe a little wet. You know, we've had beautiful weather all year. I don't know if Bremen or Marion has played in any rain conditions. If they have, it was early in the year because there's not been moisture on Friday nights here in a while. A couple of those balls right through the hands.
Alec, one of the few receivers anymore that do not wear gloves. That went off his hands as Muther into punt. It bounced on a hop. He's able to field it. Ball will go out of bounds. It'll be spotted at the 48. Oh, no, they'll come back. It'll be spotted. They're lining it up
39 maybe?
39-yard line. The official goes farther back, and then the referee's behind the punter, and they line it up between there. It isn't a random thing, yeah.
Yep. I think sometimes people think he's guessing. No, he's looking at the back judge or the guy back by the punter who followed the line out of bounds, and then he waits for his buddy to come up, and when that intersection happens, that's the point that they cross the out-of-bounds line. Tough start for the Cardinals. I mean, their offense had a chance to make a big statement, get some first downs, and then tough punt here, so opportunity for the Flyers.
Peyton Oddie over to Owen Rindler. And there's a fumble on the ground. And the Cardinals recover.
David Holman with the cause the
Nathan
fumble.
Rindler with the fumble recovery. Number 81, senior. But a flag on the play. We'll see if that's... It looks like if they didn't pick it up, it's after the change of possession. Doesn't look like they're going to signal anything, so no flag. Will be a big turnover. Now they're up. Their differential is plus 16 on the season.
Take another look at it here. Look at the crisp hit by number 5, David Holman. He got some help on the bottom. I forget which guy had him around the feet here. Was that Bergman? Yeah, Bergman down below, and Holman delivered the hit that got him loose, if you will.
Back to live action. Hunter Schaefer, about a 5-yard carry around left side. Good first down there for the Cardinals. Is they didn't do anything the first drive, but now they have a little bit of momentum off a turnover here. And the game is Dylan Baumbauer. Second and 5. Holman this time. Holman will go around the right side after the fake. He will get it to the 35-yard line. There's Darren Meyer there on the tackle for the Flyers. The gain of 4, 3rd and 1.
Holman, first half, roughly 50 yards, rushing on the ground on 10 carries. So a big play here now on a 3rd and very short, very manageable 3rd and maybe a long one. Dave, it looks like the line to gain is just past the 35.
Bergman in motion, and Holman has a bunch of daylight coming around the left side across midfield. He will be knocked out of bounds, but a great pickup by David Holman. And takes it all the way. It looks like the 22-yard line of Flyers.
What a huge run there. Again, strength and speed for David Holman, able to get through some arm tackles and just flat out get distance. So a good pickup by Holman, a Cardinal first down.
You can sense the momentum is shifting, and also the confidence of the New Bremen offense is increasing with every drive. Holman will hand it off to Schaefer. Will cut back, not a lot there. First Flyer there on the tackle, number 53, Josh Cuter. The tackle, only a gain of 1, but you're going to have 2nd and 9. This Flyer defense has only given up 6.3 points a game. Had a string of 10 quarters. It's extended to 11 straight scoreless quarters after the first quarter, but Bremen has snapped that, and right now we're in pretty good business here at the 21-yard line. Holman in the shotgun, Schaefer to his right. Kraus in motion, handoff. Holman looking deep. Alec, and there's knocked away by Oddie. That was a jump ball there between two good athletes, and Alec and Oddie.
Tough throw. Holman kind of floating to his right, had to kind of throw it across his body. Maybe, if anything, a little bit underthrown, as Alec maybe had, length or advantage coming towards us, but the ball hung up just a little bit. It gave the Flyer, I believe it was Oddie, number 4. You said the defender able time to kind of go for the 50-50 ball and get a hand on to avoid what could have been possibly a touchdown catch.
Good strategy. Take a shot here. Now you go back to try and pick up the first down and what probably is 4-down territory here. Baumbauer in motion. Holman rolls out. Looking for a pass, and he has Bergman. He catches it at the 11-yard line. First down, Cardinals.
Boy, nice toe step catch by Trevor Bergman. Right in bounds for the big first down. Nicely thrown ball. That breaks a string of incomplete passes. Watch it here.
The look at our winners meets replay.
So again, nicely thrown, and Bergman doing a nice job getting his foot down. His second catch of the night for his 24th of the season for Trevor Bergman.
Homan trying to find a spot on the left side. Short gain. Get down to about the 8, gain of 3.
Homan now right around 100 yards on the game, roughly. That big last possession, last run he had, I had him down for 44-yard carry to get him down from, took the ball from the 34 all the way down to the 22 to help be a big spark plug in this possession for the Cardinals, who, again, try to get close here, Dave, and be interested to see what they do when they score the touchdown, if they kick the PAT or go for 2.
Alec and Bergman on the right side, Schaefer to the right of Homan. 8:33 to go, third quarter. Homan across the middle.
Touchdown.
Has Alec. Touchdown, Cardinals. Check, yeah, Nick Alec on the reception. 8 yards, pitch and catch. Homan to Alec for the Cardinal touchdown.
Well, nice safe throw. Not a lot of risk there. Watch it again. As the rain again coming down, as New Bremen had about 3 or 4 straight incompletions. They've come back now with a couple completions here to result in a scoring opportunity.
And we will, looks like they will go for 2 to try to tie the game here. Don't really know the health right now of Gable, but probably the good play anyhow to try to tie it right here. Roll out.
He's open.
Homan,
Nice
that's
play.
swatted away. Kraus was open on the right side as a nice play design, but it was swatted away
by number 2, Aiden Eifert. Huge paw in the air to swat. He was open. The Cardinals had a receiver. Good play defensively by Aiden Eifert.
So the 2-point conversion is missed, but 21-19 is what's turned out to be a really good ball game here. And New Bremen has answered Marion's momentum a couple times. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back on NKTelco Sports.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Welcome back to this precision strip timeout. New Bremen with the touchdown drive, an 8-yard pass. Homan to Alec. Schaefer will kick it off, and it looks like a Cardinal was offsides. And in high school, when they have that, they automatic dead ball, and they move 5 yards back.
Do you think that's so they can't get an advantage downfield, or why wouldn't you?
It's probably just a safety thing. If you're offsides, to why. They always say it's the most dangerous play in football is the kickoff. So I don't know if that's the case, but just my theory. It looks like Hunter Schaefer is kicking off. So
I did see 22 on the sideline here earlier. He's down, I think, on the left side now. But I think Schaefer's also kicked off some already this year. But see how that
Gable's
turns out.
been a very reliable kicker in what's turned out to be just a 2-point game right now. So we'll see how that plays out as Schaefer will kick off from 5 yards back. And he'll do a squib kick. Owen Rindler will pick it up about the 26-yard line, trying to make the corner.
He's got the corner.
Able to get it all the way to the 44-yard line. Another nice return, and once again, Marion Local starts in very good field position.
Yeah, they have not been really hampered by any bad position. Let me look here. They started from their own 37, their own 30, their own 44, the New Bremen 42, 39. Yeah, so I mean, some of those are on the Bremen sideline. So yeah, they've been gifted, if you will, some great field position to start.
So we'll see if Marion can answer. New Bremen has scored the last 2 times they had they've scored the last 2 touchdowns.
But that's a good point, because we talked about New Bremen came out of the halftime, Dave, and kind of didn't do much on their first series, and we thought maybe they wasted that opportunity. But they get a big turnover on the Flyers and come back and score in their second opportunity.
Drew Louse again on that little pitch or handoff there, able to get 11 on the carry. Freshman has done a nice job either on that, I'll call it the jet sweep there for another Flyer first down as they are in New Bremen territory at the 45-yard line.
15th first down of the game for the Flyers, and another nice safe pass, that same like little shovel pass forward to Laus. I think if that was the same one, Dave, we saw 3 times in the first half and now 1 here in the second half, and you have a Snickers bar there. Thank you.
1st and 10 here for the Flyers. Oddie going on the right side, has some blockers, finds a lane. Peyton Oddie, 1 man to beat, able to break it. He will be tackled just inside about the 1 or 2 yard line. Tackle saved there, but a nice run by Oddie. He went, it looks like the spot at the 1 yard line. He went 44 yards as we took another look here in our winners meets replay.
Watch the acceleration here. Again, kind of a attempt there by Kraus, but or not Kraus, but a Bremen defender. And same guy was able to come down and save the touchdown, number 18, Braden Suchland. But just a lot of good running room for Oddie, who now roughly has about 115 yards on the ground.
Here's the I formation. Again, they'll hand it to the first run through. Darren Meyer for the touchdown. So a short 3-play drive for Marion Local as they increase the lead to 8 as we get in that look. They go that I formation, this time to the fullback as Darren Meyer with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Flyers with an 8-point lead, if they make the extra point, it would be a 2-score game at 9 points.
For Meyer's 2nd rushing touchdown of the night is 4th of the season, and Flyers an important drive there. That big run by Oddie helps set it up.
Partington on for the extra point, and a very important one, and it is good. Stretches the lead to 9, 28-19. 7:27 to go here in the 3rd quarter. We'll step aside. You're watching football here on NKTelco Sports.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Jewelry Barn, repairs, custom and in-stock items. Joe's Place 2. Wayne Trail Lincoln Electric. Brookside Laboratories, world leader in analytical services. Bombauer Fertilizer and Seed. Phone Doctors.
Welcome back from the Precision Strip timeout. Marion Local answers with a Darren Meyer touchdown run, but that was set up by a huge run by Peyton Oddie.
Yeah, Peyton Oddie again, the 44-yarder to get him down to the 1, and then Darren Meyer, his 2nd of the game, his 4th on the season, able to put the Flyers up with a PAT up by 9. So a good answer for them after New Bremen got within 2.
Trevor Bergman trying to find some room. He will be tackled at the 22-yard line. That's where the Cardinals will set up. Taking a look at the MAC standings. Marion on top at 5-0 all right by themselves with 3 good teams, right? 1 loss behind them. Coldwater 4-1, St. Henry 4-1, Versailles 4-1. New Bremen right behind them at 3-2.
Yeah, if Bremen would knock off Marion tonight, it would look tied, 4 teams. But then a lot of these teams, though, do face each other in weeks 9 and 10. So that would eliminate a 4-way tie. But boy, it would look goofy for this, at least at the end of this week.
Holman able to hit Ben Saylor, his tight end, for a nice gain, about 21 yards to the 43-yard line. Holman getting even more accurate as the game goes on. Another Cardinal first down.
Yeah, for Ben Saylor, his 7th catch of the season, his 1st of the night. You said, Dave, about a 21-yarder, a Bremen first down, and after having some incomplete passes to open up the half, Dave, I think he threw 1, 2, 3, 4 completions. Now, some of them, I think, went through the receiver's hands. They've responded back now with 3 straight completions and another first down.
Straight back is Hellman. Looks over, there's Aaron Tiemann is open. A nice fingertip grab here with a wet ball.
Yeah, he did a nice job. He kind of lost it and then recaught it. Good hands by Aaron Tiemann.
Just the sophomores getting a look on our winners meets replay. Nice play design. Tiemann was wide open the left side. Right there. Fingertip catch. They always say you want to catch it with your hands, not with your arms, and Tiemann definitely did that. Just a gain of 4 on that play. 2nd and 6. Fake it. Holman goes straight ahead, and he is met by a whole bunch of Flyers led by 53 Josh Keither. Also number 2, Aiden Eifert. And no gain on the play for Holman and the Cardinals.
Unofficially, I've got Holman right at about 100 yards rushing, give or take a few. But that time, one of the few times he's been held in check. You know, he's had that big 44-yarder the last possession the Cardinals had. But other than that, 32-yarder back in the first half as well. Other than that, they've had a good handle on him, at least rushing the ball.
Big 3rd down, 3rd and 6, and Holman able to get the corner and the first down. Holman just ran over Aiden Eifert, as Eifert will have to limp off to the sidelines. A big 3rd down conversion there for the Cardinals.
Exactly. When Holman turned the corner over there, man, he had momentum. And he delivered the hit against the Flyer defender. A lot of momentum going forward, tough to stop as he runs forward, falls forward for first down.
Fakes to Muther, able to hit Braxton Krause.
81, I think. The tall, lengthy 81.
Nathan Rindler on that. I thought it was Braxton Krause, and a couple different receivers getting in here.
Yeah, they've thrown a lot of different receivers, but I don't know if it'll count. Right now the ball spotted about the 33-yard line, but there's a penalty, I think, on the play.
We'll see if it was a quick pass, so you don't suspect a holding. As we'll look at I
haven't seen
it. It looks like they're marching it back here. Illegal, ineligible.
Downfield.
Man downfield. That's a 5-yard play, and sometimes that's an RPO, run pass option. The linemen don't know what I don't know if it was, but the lineman doesn't know what to do. He's blocking, trying to hit somebody, and all of a sudden he's 3 yards, and all of a sudden it's a pass. You see that in the pro game as well.
And you kind of lose track. Maybe you're competing, you're battling. If the lineman kind of backs up, then you move forward to make contact. It's a judgment call and tough one for the Cards.
Hand off to Braxton Krause. As he bowls over a Flyers, gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
Krause, his first carry of the game. But again, it makes up the penalty yards. Krause came into the contest with 20 rushing attempts, a 6.3 average, and a touchdown on to his credit rushing the ball.
2nd and 10 as you get a look at the rain coming down. Light rain, but it comes down a little bit harder.
Still wet.
Holman rolls to the right. Trying to look downfield, has a receiver down there. He hits Bergman, Trevor Bergman. Nice completion. He goes out of bounds.
About the 19 maybe?
I think you're correct, right at the 19-yard line. Good completion, Holman to Bergman. And the Cardinals, like both teams have done all night, answering the Marion local touchdown.
I thought he was really just going to kind of throw it away, like he was kind of rolling out, and Bergman got separation somehow and able to get it a nice catch along the Marion local sideline. For Bergman, his 3rd catch of the game.
Holman drops it as he tried to fake a handoff or hand it off, not positive there, but able to fall on it, but that'll be a loss of about 5. Loss of 4, 2nd and 14, so tough break here for the Cardinals. They're down 9, so they're 2 scores behind, so they probably don't have Owen Gable if they need a long field goal, is what we suspect, with Schaefer doing the kicking off so far this half. 2nd and 14. Holman will go around the left side, has an opening. Breaks a few tackles.
Yeah, he did. He could have been stopped. I say could have been. He's a tough tackle, even in dry conditions. Now you put a little bit of wetness on his jersey and stuff, and he's tough to bring down. A gain of 10.
You take a look here, and Marion's usually a pretty sound tackling team, so if he's breaking tackles, as he just turns just a little bit, Owen Rindler finally the one to get him down. but a nice gain of 9, 3rd and 5. Teaming at the top of the screen along with Alec.
Yeah, much more manageable here after that bad snap and got him kind of out of system, but
Holman inside the tackle, breaks, and then he does a pitch
Muther.
to Cole Muther. He'll be down inside the 1-yard line. So the old option play, looked like Holman was just going to get a nice gain, but he pitches it to Muther.
I thought he waited a long time. It seemed like it looked there was contact. I give Muther 12 yards on that carry, but a big play.
Take another look. You don't see much of the option here.
I guess
and he knew he was there.
From this angle, that's a great camera angle. I thought maybe he was a little bit more in down, like in contact, but he was free and able to get a nice pitch to Muther.
Holman straight ahead for the New Bremen touchdown. David Holman, a 1-yard touchdown run. As they have a nice drive to answer Marion Local. Holman, a lot of nice runs on that play. And we'll take another look at our winner meets replay.
The Holman touchdown run again. Didn't need a bunch, and again, a strong athletic player, and they got him down low, but he's able to, extend with his top of his body, and that is Gable now. Nope, still Schaefer, 28 kicking.
Schaefer, this will be a kick. We get it inside a field goal, and he's able to hit it. Hunter Schaefer with the extra point. 2:36 to go in the third quarter on our First National Bank scoreboard. Marion 28, New Bremen 26. We'll step aside. You're watching high school football on NKTelco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
All Glaze and Sydney Audiology are committed to providing the most advanced and affordable hearing care solutions.
Did you know that more and more insurances are offering coverage for hearing aids and that we are the most comprehensive provider in the area?
Because we want to serve all in our community, we partner with agencies such as Medicaid, OOD, Sertoma, and most recently the VA, helping our veterans find local solutions to their problems.
Don't leave unused benefits on the table this year. Call us today to see if you qualify.
Coming out of the Precision Strip timeout, the New Bremen touchdown drive capped off a 1-yard run by David Holman.
His second rushing touchdown of the game, his 17th of the season. What a ball game we have going on here. Both touchdown runs for Holman tonight. The short yard variety, I think I've got them both down as 1-yard plunges, but that's numbers 16 and 17 on the season.
Nice kick by Schaefer, and Laus has to back up inside the 5-yard line, but he's getting a nice return all the way to the 30-yard line. Hunter Schaefer showed his leg there.
It did, as New Bremen was obviously their last possession, kickoff, squibbing it. And you think if Marion kind of all shovels up, you can sneak one down in there and hopefully get them pinned back. But boy, another good run, though, another good return as they take it all the way out to the 30. So that's a lot better than what Marion could have been or what Bremen was hoping for. They were probably hoping for something down around the 10-yard line.
So it's Peyton Oddie and the Marion Local offense trying to answer in what's been a back-and-forth offensive game. Meyer alongside Oddie. Laus in motion.
There's
again, they
simple pass.
jet sweep. And he'll try to cut back the freshman. There's this time the Cardinals able to string it out.
So again, was that a handoff then, or was it a flip that time in the other games or first time? It seemed
that
more
one
like
looked
a
more like a
pass.
handoff. The last couple seemed like a handoff to there. I always figure, I know you can have a fumble, but I always think it's cleaner to hand that off than that little pitch a little bit there, but who am I to say? So 2nd and 9, only one on the carry. Oddie looking for a receiver.
Ronenbaum with a nice catch.
Ooh, he knocked it out of bounds, and it'll be another first down for the Flyers. Ronenbaum, senior. Missed some games early with some injury problems. But a big player for Tim
yards.
Goodwin's
Yep.
Flyers. As usual, they have a whole boatload of seniors on this team.
2 catches for Ronenbaum tonight, a 13-yarder, and that 18-yarder right there, roughly, I think it was 18 yards.
1st and 10 with 1:48 to go in the third quarter. Laus again in motion. This time Audi will keep it. Powers ahead, twisting, turning, close to midfield. He'll give him 5 on the carry. We talked about in our pregame, we talked about good defenses with very athletic and multi-purpose quarterbacks, and quarterbacks have not disappointed, that's for sure.
No, they've definitely made some plays, and you know, considering the conditions here, you know, the passing game for New Bremen really has kind of stepped up here in the second half a little bit. They've got some different guys involved in the passing attack, but Marion Local, you know, has responded well. They've had some good runs. The big key so far is that fumble. It's just their first possession after a first down catch is.
There's that time a little pitch there. Laus, he has an opening, and he's off to the races. Drew Laus with a touchdown, 50 yards on the, we'll call it a completion on the jet sweep from Audi. And a big answer for the freshman as he gets an opening there and takes it to the house. We'll take another look at our winners meets replay. Here's a little jet sweep here.
Again, untouched, good blocking. You got the line of scrimmage, and the young man there can run, no doubt about it. Drew Laus, just a freshman, filling in with some guys that maybe are hurt, so that's taking advantage of the opportunity.
Drew Laus, a 5'8", 175 freshman, put together pretty strong. Kevin Partington getting onto the field a little bit late, but plenty of time here as Ronenbaum will hold it. But once again, we talked about the other team answering the other team's touchdown, and the Flyers do that. Extra point here is big, could make it a 2-score game. Again, a short snap. Nice job by Ronenbaum, and Partington hesitated a little bit and put it through the uprights.
Yeah, good hands by Ronenbaum and a low snap, and Ronenbaum had a big catch in that drive, his second of the game, 2 13-yard catches for Ronenbaum in the game, but good PAT for the Flyers.
We'd like to thank our sponsors, our 5-star recruitment sponsor, Crown Equipment, MVP sponsors Clopay and Nidec Minster. Keys to the game were brought to you by Keyhole Pizza, our replay by Winners Meats. Our starter lineup sponsored by Sydney Allglaze Audiology. Timeouts are sponsored by Precision Strip. Wagner's IGA, our stats and recap sponsor. Our Bremen Games sponsor, Speedway Lanes. Jeff and I will choose a player of the game sponsored by NKTelco on their First National Bank scoreboard with 58 seconds to go. It's Flyers 35, Cardinals 26.
Wow, what a slugfest. I didn't know what to expect. Bremen can score the ball, score points, no doubt. And Marion doesn't allow scoring. And right now the Cardinals are, you know, hanging in there, but the Flyers continue to score and, you know, now push that back to a difficult 2-possession game. We're down to the final minute here of the third quarter, which, you know, has been very entertaining. We've seen, again, the rain conditions here, something these guys haven't played in game action much this year. So I'm
not even sure there's been many practices with
I was trying to think maybe by just out of pure, hey, we got to practice in it once in a while in case we have to play in it. You never know what the coaches do. But a good answer by the Flyers, a short drive and quick score.
Partington, Bergman on the return, has blockers on the left side as he tried to do the wall. Able to get a turn. That was actually Hunter Schaefer on the return. As he gets a nice return. That might be the best field position they've had after a kickoff.
Oh, yeah, by far. I mean, other than the fumble recovery they forced early in the third quarter, this is a good offensive starting position for the Cardinals at the 30, 38, 39 maybe?
It's like the 38-yard line. With 51 seconds to go before we have our quarter break. A matchup that's lived up to the hype.
Yeah, exactly. What more could you ask for here?
There's a handoff to Schaefer. Not able to get quite to the 40-yard line, gain of just 1. So Schaefer's second and 9.
Schaefer's been held in check. I have him on my stats, 7 rushing attempts, 17 yards. But boy, we've seen some guys here that have flat out busted some holes open, and you know, you maybe are held in check that play, but the next play the potential is there, and some guys have made some huge, explosive plays tonight.
Bergman and Alec, the top of the screen here.
Yeah, not all of them have been touchdown runs, but we've seen some big runs at certain points of the game to help the team ultimately score.
Fumbles the snap, picks it up, able to complete it to Nick Alec. Right at close to the 49-yard line. That will end the third quarter of play on a Bremen first down. We'll step aside. We'll be coming back with the fourth quarter here on NKTelco Sports.
Hometown opportunity. Sweeterman's Pharmacy. SecureCom. Ferguson Construction.
Clopay Corporation, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road Class A CDL driving positions. Clopay is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clopay offers a great benefits package as an equal opportunity employer and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clopay.com/careers.
3 quarters in this book, and what's been a great matchup. The Flyers lead the Cardinals just by 9, 35-26 on our First National Bank scoreboard.
A couple weeks we were here in the quarter, I don't know which one it was, but the ball was right on the 50, and I told my partner that night, Scott Fry, I said, this has got to be the shortest change of field of possession. It was literally put it from one side of the paint to the other side. Same thing here, the ball is right on the 50, so all the teams have to do is just flippantly change the line of scrimmage. I know that means nothing, but when you watch some football games, little things like that stick out, and evidently I remember it. So the Cardinals take over.
1st and 10 from that aforementioned 50-yard line. Holman rolling left, and he has an opening. He will get close to the first down marker, probably 9 on the play.
Looks like the initial mark's going to put him right around the 41, maybe 42.
Looks like 42-yard line, so gain of 8 by Holman. I don't know if that was that looked like he was looking downfield.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a straight run, but
I think he'd be, whereabouts. If you have it, throw it. If not, go forward. Nothing wrong with a 7-8 yard pickup there. 8 yard looks like is what they'll give him. I have him now right around 123 rushing yards on 19 attempts.
Tiemann and Alec, the 2 receivers in the bottom of the screen. Holman across the middle.
Alec, maybe?
I think it's Baumbauer. We'll get a number here.
23.
No, it's Saylor. Ben Saylor, tight end with the reception. And sometimes David Holman gets all the accolades that, he's a good runner. Well, he has some pinpoint passing
He's
as well.
been very nice. That was a 18-yarder. Saylor, a couple of catches on the evening for right around 40 yards, 39 yards.
3 wide receiver set. Holman will cut back the left way, away from the receivers, has an opening, going down the sidelines, and a touchdown. David Holman, a 24-yard touchdown run for the Cardinal touchdown. But a flag down on the play.
I didn't see it, but obviously the players have been told, and they will march backwards.
That's a spot foul. Looks like the spot was around the 25-yard line, close to that. Holding. Huge call there.
So the ball was snapped on the 24-yard line.
So it's a spot foul. It's not just 10 yards
Correct.
like in the NFL. It's from the spot of where the flag is, and they moved it back to the 35. In the first half, there was a big chop block called against Marion Local, and that slowed them down here. Wonder how much this is turning this around. Of course, that touchdown comes off the board, so it's 1st and 21 actually, I believe.
From the 35.
There's Holman again trying to go around the right corner. It's strung out. He finds an opening, able to gain about 5 yards. He's knocked out of bounds late, and the Cardinal fans won a late flag there, and it'll be no flag on the play. And home fans doing what home fans do.
Become officials.
But Holman able to get it to the 29-yard line. Gain of 6. We'll take another look here.
Watch a contact, and then you be the judge. Holman Some nice stutter stepping around there, contact made, and bang, bang is, I think,
it's
Holman,
hard.
Yeah,
it's hard to, Eifert had his hand around him. It's hard to just stop there. As Holman, boy, kept his knees off the ground, able to get about 3 extra yards to the 22-yard line.
Yeah, good athletic play there. That doesn't maybe seem like a lot, but that extra few yards there makes this third now an inside system. 3rd and 8, 2-down territory. Holman right around 135 yards rushing now, and again, I got to believe 2-down territory here. They trail by 9, clock running.
And they're also down 2 scores, you have to remember.
Yep.
Down by 9 points, as the extra points have been big. 3 wide receivers again. Holman will roll to his left. Looking downfield, those through Alex's hands. A tad bit behind. It would have been a tough catch in this rain.
That'll stop a string of 5 straight completions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Holman was 9 of 15, now 9 of 16. That ball, again, a bit behind Nick Allegan. Wet, slippery, high, tough to corral.
So big 4th down play here, 4th and 9. With 10:22 to go. You got Bergman, you have Alec top of the screen. You have Saylor at the bottom of the screen. Baumgartner is a slot back. Holman looking across the middle, and there will be a knocked away and incomplete.
I thought maybe Holman even was maybe hitting the head as he threw it, but a lot of action there. Everyone's looking around, looking for a call.
The defensive back was a little bit over the top, but
yeah, on the actual,
he has a right to the ball as well. So the end result, incompletion, and the Cardinals will turn it over on downs. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Flyers with 10:17 to go. Big turn of events there. Touchdown was called back on a holding call, but you got to remember sometimes those touchdowns only happen because of that
the holding call. Yeah, well said. You won't know, but that was a tough break as points were not awarded and it looked like they were going to be. So, boy, the Marion Locals offense, they can make a huge statement why they're the best team in the state Division 7 with the drive here and points that could really make it difficult for the Cardinals.
There's Louse again, and a nice tackle in the backfield by the Cardinals. Dylan Baumgartner on the tackle as Flyers have run that jet sweep many times, and that's one of the few times Louse has.
Yeah, 1 for 50 last time.
Yeah, he didn't gain anything. I thought he lost. But
I don't know, and again, how you record these stats. Those look like passing attempts to me. They've done that play a lot.
7, 8 times probably.
His Louse had 5 catches coming in, so unless they're recording it as a rushing attempt, I don't know. But, boy, they've run out a lot tonight.
This time, Audie around the left side will go out of bounds around the 27, 28-yard line. The clock will stop with 9:30 to go. It'll bring up a 3rd and fairly long for the Flyers. Bring up 3rd and 5, a long 5.
Audie with roughly 126 rushing yards. According to my number, he's rushed the ball 17 times. Holman for the Cardinals, 21 times. So we knew the quarterbacks would be very active in this game, and they both have been very active and done a nice job.
Ronenbaum and Rendler, the top 2 receivers. Audie rolling out, looking for one of them. He's able to find Ronenbaum for
nice
the completion.
Catch, 1st down. Ronenbaum, his 3rd catch of the night. Came in with 7 in the game, so now it gives him 3, and that was a big 1st down catch, gain of 9.
Well, both teams have had a very high percentage on the 3rd down completions. They've kept a lot of drives alive, and if you're Marion and you're looking that far ahead, it means the clock's going to run for another probably a minute and a half, 2 minutes.
For sure, if you don't stop it with an incomplete pass.
There's Darren Meyer will gain a couple tough yards. He stood up there by Dylan Baumgartner. Some tough yards being gained there. Gain of 3 right at the 39-yard line.
Long 2 maybe gain there.
2nd and 8. So the clock runs. Again, it's a 2-score game, 35-26 at the end of it. They end of the first half, New Bremen had an extra point miss, and they went for 2 later, not able to make it. And
Yeah, that 2-point
Kevin Partington
conversion
was those big hitting every one of his extra points.
But the 2-point conversion, that pass is open. I'm trying to think of the gentleman for the Flyers that knocked it down. I remember saying his name, but that was a huge deflection pass, incomplete.
Adi in some trouble. He can go nowhere as they will lose about 5 on that play. Play was a little slow developing. Credit the Cardinal defense for a big loss.
Aiden Eifert was a gentleman for the Flyers that had that 2-point conversion pass breakup. High percentage, that was going for 2, and Aiden Eifert able to get a ball, knock it down.
And now a big 3rd and 11 with 8:02 to go here. A lot of time left, but at the same time, you're the Cardinals, you're one of their fans. This is a opportunity you hope to get off the field.
Yeah, this is definitely, as you watch the clock wind down, you got to start putting clock left and score differential. You're going to need some extra possessions here.
Coach Goodwin will take a precision strip timeout. We'll take one too. You're watching great MAC football on NKTelco Sports.
Are you looking for a new career with amazing growth potential? Nidec Press and Automation is hiring for many positions right now. Nidec is a global company that is growing with its sights on being a billion-dollar company. Machinists, service technicians, human resource personnel, IT specialists, electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, and many more. The opportunities abound at Nidec Press and Automation. Go to minsterjobs.com now to get started on your new career with Nidec.
7:43 to go coming out of the precision timeout as you see the New Bremen band trying to get the home team fired up on a big 3rd down play coming up.
Well, there's been a lot of big plays, a lot of big 3rd downs. Even the first quarter, I remember saying how this is a big 3rd down. That was back 3 hours or whatever it was. This is huge. 3rd and 11. It's definitely probably going to be a punt situation if the Flyers don't get it. Just 7 minutes, 43 seconds remain, so New Bremen needs to get a stop defensively. The Flyers need to get a 1st down, at least keep the clock running here.
Laus in motion again. Adi looking across. Able to find Aiden Eifert, the tight end, with a big gain all the way inside the 35-yard line. Ball, no, he gets all the way inside the 30-yard line.
Wow.
Eifert, 2nd and 3rd effort, and a first catch of the night for Eifert, a huge play.
I mentioned his defensive play just a few minutes ago, how he broke up the 2-point conversion, and on cue, he steps up and makes a huge catch there. I'm trying to add up his numbers yet. I think it was a 37-yard pass completion. So a big 1st down, and wow. I'm trying to find Eifert's. He did come in with 5 catches on the night, so his first one of the night tonight for the Flyers.
Dylan Fleck getting some tough yardage. Will go inside the 25-yard line. And if you're the Flyers, you just want to keep moving it ahead, run the clock. As they stop the clock.
Penalty marker, I thought someone said. Well, I've not been able to pick the face mask. Ouch.
Face mask. That's a 5-yard penalty. I think that's an automatic. Well, no, it isn't. It's just 5 yards. It wasn't a personal foul. I think they add that on to the run, so that will make a 1st down. So, yeah, right now, if you're the Flyers, you want twofold. You want to make it run some clock, also score a touchdown, make it a 3-score game.
Yeah, and then, you know, they've got a field goal kicker that's kicked a couple 30-yarders, or 2 field goals made for 60 total yards. The average is 30. I don't know what the distances were, but, yeah, definitely with this condition, I think you'd like to score the Flyers. That would definitely make it, you know, just more time running off here, this possession.
Again, that pass there to Laus, and he's tackled that time by David Holman, who read it from his safety position. Flyers have run that play many times. Sometimes they use a fake off of it, and right that time, the Cardinals knew what was coming. A loss of 3.
First time it's been for negative yards. Remember, he scored on that 50-yarder earlier in the 3rd quarter. for his third of the season off that same style, short little pitch. Again, he came in with 5 catches on the season. I got Louse down now with 8 receptions tonight.
You know, we haven't seen the Flyers this year. This might be a new play they've run for the first time. We don't know.
And I don't know with the injuries we've talked about, certain guys maybe not participating. Maybe it's opportunity for Louse to step up, make plays.
Another timeout on the field by the Flyers. But you know, NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of high school football on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503. Replay times are Wednesday, October 13th at 9 p.m. and also Wednesday the 20th at 9 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, at nktelco.com/sports. Covering football tonight. We got a lot of volleyball action. The volleyball draw will be this Sunday, so we'll be interested to see when our NKTelco teams, what draw they have. We'll check the schedule and try to give you as many tournament games as we can.
Yeah, volleyball, the first round, if you will, the sectionals, or even if a local team hosts a game, the higher seed gets to host the first game. And then, so again, that could be some local teams here. And then districts this year will be at a neutral site.
Yeah. And then
we'll still hopefully be able to cover them, but the home games definitely, would be nice for some local teams to get that opportunity. We have some good quality teams in this area.
In a big game that'll be streamed on Tuesday, New Knoxville and New Bremen, undefeated in the MAC. Rematches, 2 great teams from last year. Adi going around right side. He has some blockers. He has the first down and more. Peyton Adi with the touchdown. Peyton Adi, a 21-yard touchdown, and the Flyers extend their lead 41-26 as we'll take another look.
Again, he had good speed. I don't think he was touched much. There he got a little bit of arm contact, but not really hit again, so good offense by the Flyers, and that's roughly 144 yards, 40 yards rushing on the ground for Peyton Adi, who has been a lot of action tonight for the Flyers.
So Marion, after New Bremen had cut the lead to 28-26 late in the third quarter, they have answered with 2 touchdowns. Kevin Partington on for the extra point. Partington, the kick is for the first time in 6 tries, is unsuccessful. Makes it a 15-point game. With 5:49, we'll step aside. We'll be right back here on NKTelco Sports.
Wegner's IGA have been servicing their communities for more than 90 years, spanning 3 generations. Wegner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and a variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wegner's today in Minster, Fort Laramie, and New Bremen.
Flyers answer with a touchdown drive capped off with Peyton Adi. His 3rd touchdown run of the night extends the lead to 41-26.
Yeah, good run. It took a lot of clock. I think it was the 2nd rushing touchdown of the night. We'll compare notes here, but just what you said the Flyers needed. They took some clock off and took about 5 minutes off the clock, Dave. That last drive started at the 10-minute mark, 10 minutes, 10 seconds, and Peyton Adi scores a touchdown with 5:49, so maybe 4 minutes off the game clock, and now, more importantly, a 15-point spread, which still, they'll mark it down.
Kick one out of bounds. I think he marked it at the 35-yard line. They do. Yeah, I may have said that, misspoke. That was Adi's 2nd touchdown run of the night.
But still, it was a 9-point lead, was 2 possessions scored. It's 15, still a 2-possession game. If my math is
right.
correct.
Yeah, but just a bigger one.
Yep.
So right now the Cardinals need to respond. Homan rolling out right, looking downfield.
Alec.
Got a receiver. Nick Alec breaks some tackles and a big gain inside the 30-yard line. Homan to Alec has been a good combination for the Cardinals tonight.
They've hit up well on another big gain. They got to score quickly, and they go right back to the line of scrimmage. I think that was a 36-yarder for Alec, his 5th catch of the night.
Homan in some trouble, he will throw it away as he was almost sacked there. He's being helped up by the Flyers. He was sacked early in the game.
First play of the game.
All year. First play of the game. Hasn't been sacked since then.
We have a Flyer that's down on the far side.
Looks like it's
cramp,
just a cramp.
Maybe. Hopefully that's just it. But boy, Nick Alec, you said him and David Homan. I got Alec down tonight for 5 catches. I believe that last one was for 36 yards. So that is going to put him up around the 158 mark.
Yeah, that's why we got a chance. Let's recap the scoring in the first quarter. 7:45, Peyton Audie, a 9-yard touchdown run, followed by in the early second quarter, Darren Meyer, and a 5-yard run. It was 14-0 Marion Local. Then a 90-yard touchdown pass from Homan to Alec. Extra point by Gable Good cut the lead to 14-7. Still Marion. Dylan Fleck with a 2-yard run. With 4:47 to go in the second quarter, 21-7 Marion. Then with 2 seconds to go, David Homan. 2 seconds to go and before halftime, David Homan with a 1-yard run. Missed the extra point, 21-13 at halftime. Cardinals responded early third quarter, 8:28 to go. Homan to Alec, an 8-yard touchdown catch. A 2-point conversion was missed as 21-19 still in favor of the Flyers. Meyer with the 2-yard touchdown run again made it 28-19. Homan with a 1-yard run as we go to the fourth quarter is 28-26. Marion Local, and then 2 more touchdown scores by the Flyers here in the fourth quarter. 50-yard touchdown pass from Audie to Laus. And then Audie with a 21-yard touchdown run. Right now with 5:28 to go. Cardinals on a must-score drive, if you will.
And they need to
rolls out
somewhat quickly.
As he has Trevor Bergman steps out of bounds. It also stops the clock. It'll be 3rd and short. 3rd and about 3.
4 catches on the night for Trevor Bergman. Both Alec and Bergman come in as the top receivers for the Cardinals. Alec came in with 20 catches. He has 5 tonight, gives him 25. Bergman came in with 22 catches. He has 4 tonight, so those two continue to pile up the catches.
Bergman and Alec, bottom of the screen. Homan looks like a run play. He will cut back and get nothing.
Yeah, he was. He maybe made it back to the line of scrimmage.
There is a whole host of Flyers there. That will bring up a 4th and a
long
2.
Yeah, 2, maybe 3 yards.
With 5 minutes to go, this is a conversion that they must have. You know, this might be a play that you line up like you're going to run it and then try to hit a big play.
Well, yeah, that would be nice. But, boy, when you overthrow it, why didn't you just go for something safe? Sounds like you're watching into the Browns.
Oh, there's a bad snap through the legs of Homan, and he's sacked in the backfield. Tough break for the Cardinals as the snap went through Homan's legs, and a big defensive stop for the Flyers as they will take over in downs.
Yeah, tough break. I did not see that coming. We were discussing what type of play they would run, and just wet ball, everything kind of the snap a bit low, came out a little bit hot too, and that's a tough pickup and an unfortunate break for the Flyers. They get a benefit there. They don't really have to defend that critical 4th down, and that will give them the ball back at the 40-yard line.
In the background, you see Coach Goodwin as he was calling the play. I'm sure this is going to be a running play, and I'm sure everybody's told 2 hands on the football here.
Yeah, nothing fancy now for the Flyers. You are in control, forcing Bremen to burn some of their timeouts, but definitely got to hold on to the football.
Peyton Moeller was able to break it.
Yeah, kept his legs
moving. Carries there, and he gets the first down.
13.
Peyton Moeller, a senior running back with a nice carry.
Yeah, he only had that's his 3rd carry of the game, but that's a pickup of 13 yards.
One of their keys we talked about, Marion with a good balanced offense, and they've definitely had that. They've came in, always had a pretty good running attack, but they've had 2 of the running backs hurt. They had a host of runners, and then they've had their key passing completions. One need it.
Yeah, they've thrown the ball pretty well tonight. They have over 100 yards throwing, probably right around 180 through the air. So a couple big plays on the passing game has helped that number.
There's a jet sweep to Laus, able to turn the corner and turn it up ahead. There's a flag in the backfield, probably a hold there. As that'll march back the Flyers. At this point, the Flyers, it isn't so much about scoring or even getting first downs, just run some clock and try to go back to Maria Stein with the victory.
And here, even though you go back, if Bremen takes a penalty, which they were because the Marion Local got a good gain, it's still going to be first down.
Yeah, ideal if you would have, if they were able to stop him.
You declined it.
You declined it, make it a second down right away. But so it adds another play. Even though it's first and a country mile, I'd be surprised if they do anything besides run the ball.
Yeah, they get an extra down here, and it's going to eventually force the Cardinals to start using some of the 3 timeouts left. But boy, you know, just right now, New Bremen really looking uphill, if you will, and Marion Local in complete control here, can kind of control their destiny with possession, ball control, and forcing the Cardinals to burn some timeouts and keep the clock running.
And they will have to
take
call
their
a
timeout. The Cardinals, or the Flyers do. Correct?
So a timeout here on the field. Our timeout sponsored here by Precision Strip. We'll take a quick one and we'll be right back on NKTelco Sports.
Not every kid wants to go to college. Some kids work better with their hands.
It's a good thing that they come and they learn hands-on.
Once you gain a skill, that's yours.
There's always room for advancement within the trades.
Like conditioned to believe that you had to go to college to be successful. And now I genuinely think that trade skills are extremely valuable and we need a lot more people that are willing to go that route.
Welcome back here out of the Precision Strip timeout. Marion, a little bit of confusion on the play call. Has to take their last timeout, but right now they're in the driver's seat, up by 15 with 3:32 to go.
I wasn't really paying attention. Was the game clock running and they just let it wind down and took timeout? So that could have been what they were doing, just forcing.
They did the other 2 timeouts. They did the same thing when they called a timeout. Instead of calling timeout, right, I was like, well, let's run some clock. They've been in the lead the whole time.
Yeah.
Over there, they've had the lead the entire game, even though it's been close on many
Bremen
occasions.
Cut it to within 2 there in the second half, and
Adi will go to the left side. He has some room.
You can see he really made a decision to stay inbounds. He turned back into the Cardinals defense, if you will, and made sure he didn't go out of bounds.
Timeout there by New Bremen. This is an opportunity to once again look at the MAC standings. Marion on top 5-0, look like they're going 6-0, and right behind them Coldwater, who's up big on Minster. St. Henry won over Annanite. They're 4-1 as long as Versailles. Bremen will probably fall to 3-3, but New Bremen looking pretty good in computer points here. They have a couple games left on the season. They have Parkway and Fort Recovery. Probably they'll be heavily favored in those games, so they probably can win a couple more games. Marion has their big matchup against Coldwater. That is home at Marion Local. That's always a huge rivalry. That'll be MAC
implications, yes.
Yeah, and then they close out with Anna, and both these teams are in Division 28 and Division 7 along with St. Henry, so probably a good chance there's going to be some MAC matchups in the playoffs. And last year, Marion won the regular season. New Bremen
came back and got them in the region, or was it the regional? The game to go on the regionals or the regional finals?
It was the final 8. It was the final 8. Then they had to beat LCC the following.
And then JFK.
Yep.
For the championship. So got them into the final 4.
Yeah,
right?
This year not everybody makes it like it was last year.
And
it's only 16, but that's been expanded from other years.
Yep, 16 teams now and an additional week, so you have to play 16 weeks of football to win the state.
Adi this time around the right side. He has gained a whole bunch of yards, and he breaks through there, able to get it.
I couldn't see him. I just followed the bob. It looked like a little kid's soccer game.
That gets him back to the original, basically, line of scrimmage.
Adi
limping just a tad, and I imagine a few Flyers there to help him, a few hearts in their throats there, as they're all everything quarterback. They do not want to be hurt at this point.
Yeah, it's
not any point in the season for that
correct.
matter, but
you hold your breath. You see some guys get popped real hard, they bounce right up, and you see another guy make a cut and get tore up a little bit. So
I have a feeling Audie's going to be handing the ball off the rest of their possession here.
Yep.
Hands it off to Moeller, and there's probably a false start.
It was.
Against
I think the line judge here in front of us gave the signal, and that'll be put him back behind the chain as again.
Got to bring it 5 down and 5 backwards.
Yeah, they've been going backwards and forwards here. This drive, they've been hovering around that midfield stripe. They had a holding call earlier to push them back, and then this false start puts them back into their own side of the field, back on the other side of the 50 at the 49.
Audie noticeably limping right now. I'm sure he'll be all right. So 3rd and long. Handoff. Again, they'll go to Moeller. Moeller able to get some yardage back to the original line of scrimmage. New Bremen will call their 2nd timeout. Gives us an opportunity once again to thank our sponsors. They're the ones that are bringing you these games. Sponsored, our 5-star recruitment sponsor, Crown Equipment. MVP sponsors Clopay and Nidec Minster. Scoreboard sponsored by First National Bank. Keys to the game are brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Our replays by Winners Meats. Starting lineup sponsored by Sydney Allglaze Audiology. Timeout sponsored by Precision Strip. Stats and recap. Wagner's IGI is the sponsor. Our New Bremen game sponsor is Speedway Lanes. And Jeff and I will choose a player of the game sponsored by NKTelco. Speaking of NKTelco, on camera tonight, Jim Miller, Aaron Ritter, and Kurt Kuffner. Assistant Director Bryce Hamrick. Assisting Director Scott Robinson. Hope you've enjoyed the sights and sounds here, which has been a really good MAC matchup here that a lot of people have looked forward to since the upset victory in playoffs since last year. 50th meeting between these two schools. Marion has dominated this 42-7. I think you said the last time New Bremen won was back in
2009. Other than last year, it's unofficially. I think that was it. Other than last year,
you say it, Jeff. It's official. We know it is.
I looked it up last year, but I don't remember for sure. I think it was 2009 was when that last Cardinal win.
Punt goes straight up, very short, and it was out of bounds. That will not be more than about a 10-yard punt. So you never want to have a bad punt, but it's probably, there could be worse times in a game or games that you could have a bad punt.
But at least you got rid of it.
You got rid of it, yeah.
If it's a block and that's a scoop, it's a scoop 6, if you will, off the block. Although I watched an NFL game last night where the punt got blocked, the punter picked it up and kicked it again because it never crossed the line of scrimmage, I think, was a ruling, and it went. He went from losing yards and putting it down like for a 60-yard kick. But that could have been a disaster for the Flyers. Bremen needs to score quickly. Imagine if they do get a block, i.e. special teams last year and the punts and the field goals at that tournament game. Who knows what we're looking at?
Incomplete pass to start the New Bremen drive now with 2:05 to go on our First National Bank scoreboard. First National Bank, think first, our longtime scoreboard sponsor on NKTelco Sports.
Another batted ball down there, and stops the clock, at least for the Cardinals, but need to get something quick here. Alec
Pass
again.
In the middle. Alec bounces off again. Nick Alec with a big night tonight for the senior wide receiver.
I have him for 173 yards on 6 catches. So, we talk about coming in and being a good receiver. He has come up with a good connection with Holman tonight.
Holman around left side.
Get out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
I think he did.
He's knocked out of bounds. It's always good to see the sportsmanship. There's some Flyers on the sidelines help up. See that a lot in the MAC games and in this area, that you tackle a guy, you knock him down hard, and then you help him up.
Yeah, it's a lot of these guys probably know each other or are related.
Could be related. Yeah. Pretty good chance.
Yeah, so it's, obviously these guys will probably meet, some of them on the hardwood in basketball, and you have baseball, track and field. It's a tight community, considering, again, these schools are, basically butt up against each other. So, it's neat to see that it's just a game, and these guys have to go to school on Monday.
Low snap.
Nice
Holman
catch.
Throws it over, and falling out of bounds there is Ben Saylor. That stops the clock. So 141, if the Cardinals can score, do the onside kick, you never know.
And they still have one timeout if that would come into play. We don't know, but right now, got to get it in the end zone.
Holman across the middle. Baumbauer connects. That'll stop the clock on the first down inside the 15-yard line. So another completion.
Dylan Bumbar, number 25, big catch for him.
Cardinals with 1:29 to go. Holman.
Rindler
knocked away.
Boy, good defense. Rindler's a tall target, probably 6'6", I think, on the roster.
Knocked away by Owen Rindler, a 5'10", so he's given up 8 inches of height there.
Rindler versus Rindler.
Rindler. Who knows, they could be related too.
So that was a smart play there, and give credit to the defender, Rindler, avoiding the pass interference and battling and knocking the ball away. The ball fluttered a little bit, but boy, good decision. Throw it to your tall target.
Yeah, he was on an island. It was one-on-one coverage there, so good play design, good defense. So 3 wide receivers. Holman will roll out, throwing it deep into the end zone. That will be out of bounds as he tried for Alec. Alec tried to catch it from being inbounds.
Yeah, just ran out of real estate. It's kind of odd. You see Alec there. He gets knocked out of bounds. Ball goes sputtering away, and he goes and gets the football. In big-time football, it's like, that's not my job. I get paid to play, not retrieve balls, and Alec goes over and gets it.
Yeah, in the NFL, they can't retrieve the ball, but they can run across all the way down the field to stand in front of the camera.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
I get you. So, but good heads-up play by Alec. Again, helping the flow of the game, if you will, but probably you won't see that on Sundays.
1:17 to go. 3rd and 10. There's a bad snap on the ground. Holman will be sacked again and might have fumbled.
He might have lost it. Tough decision. Did he have possession? If he had it, he was laying down. You can't punish him or hit him when he's down and make him cough it up. I think he was down.
It looks like he's down. They haven't signaled the other way yet.
He's right there. He's down.
Ooh, you could argue he may not ever had it. So
we'll take another look here. I thought he was laying on the ground when he picked it up.
Ooh, the mouthpiece went flying. It looks like New Bremen's going to call a timeout. They haven't signaled change possession, so
they must
have
kept the ball, yes. So
again, another timeout sponsored by Precision Strip.
Boy, they got the ball down into, let's say, striking zone pretty quick, but boy, there's been some incomplete passes, which has helped the cause here, at least for the time management. But running out of time, even though there's a little bit of time it takes to do that, eating into your chance for the onside kick and give yourself meaningful chance to score, and now you're without a timeout.
Reminder to follow WCSM AM 1350, 96.7 FM, and their internet exclusive games on WCSMradio.com all season long. Your sports leader in Mercer and All-Glaze County, WCSM Radio. So 1:12 to go on 4th and 17. Some untimely bad snaps have hurt the Cardinals here late, but still a flicker of hope. Holman will roll back across the middle. Alec
down to the 1-yard line, I'd say.
At the 1-yard line, what a pitch and catch. Nice catches. Alec just dove for that. They'll either spike it or they'll go for it here. 105. Hand it off to Schaefer. Will cut back, and Schaefer will be called just short.
Boy, clock running, tough break.
That's 2 of them just inside the 1-yard line. See if they down it. They're just going to run a play again. Holman fakes this time to Schaefer. He'll go around Holman for the touchdown with 39 seconds to go.
Well, it's not over yet. Not much time left, just 39 seconds, but Holman, another rushing touchdown, his 3rd of the game, his 18th of the season. Take a look at it here. The Flyers nearly come up with a shoestring tackle there, but boy, Bremen hanging in there, just on the verge, though, of running out of time. The onside kick will ensue, so that'll be interesting again as it's Schaefer on for the PAT.
And this is you must have this extra point to make it an 8-point game. The kick is up and it's good. Great kick, clutch kick there. So now it's an 8-point game.
Very well said, Dave. I maybe misspoke. That was critical. Wet ball, good snap, good kick. Now it's a one-possession game with 39 seconds left, and what a battle here. Did you ever think the score, Dave, would be 41 to 30 something?
No,
I did not either.
I'm not surprised it was within 7 or 8 points here, but I would have never guessed with these defenses it would be. I would think it would be in the 20s, maybe like a 24-17 was the score in the playoff game last year. Some on that line, but give the credit to the offense. You know, it'd be interesting if they would play each other in the playoffs. The rematch, now you know the tendencies. You never know how it plays out the second time, but right now we're not worried about the second time. Right now,
about the first time.
First time here is because Bremen needs the onside kick. It's a shame that Alec didn't score, or they didn't score in the second one. They would have had
more time.
25. They still got to get the onside kick.
That's key, number one. But you're right. Even if they do,
then you'd have more time. But never say never in a game that
we've seen
several times. Yeah, several times I thought it was over for New Bremen. They hung in there.
Like when Marion Local scored their second touchdown in the first quarter, I thought, look out. But Bremen then responded nicely, got a big stop on defense, and then basically just been trading punches here for the most part of the rest of the game. They just spotted the Flyers that quick lead, and here's probably the biggest play of this game right now is
Hunter Schaefer. It has to go 10 yards. Looks like it's going to the left.
And I think he's not quite on the 40, so they got to mark it on the 40, or actually put the ball on the 40. So
obviously Marion has their hands team here, as both these teams, I'm sure, have practiced this as the end of practice, usually on a Thursday, special teams day. Here it is, and it is recovered.
Number 10, maybe?
Number 20, it looks like. Dylan Fleck, senior running back, corrals it with his hands, and it's all over. A couple kneel downs, and this will put an end to a great high school football game we've had here tonight.
No doubt. What a battle tonight, and you know, it's one of these games about like in volleyball when teams get beat by close scores. I don't think anyone really lost. It just, in this case, New Bremen didn't win. I mean, you lose by 8 points and 41-33, and the Flyers, you know, come on the road, get a huge road win. They maintain their undefeated season, and
also in the MAC, as they will play Coldwater next week. So that was one kneel down, and that will be it. Great ball game here. Marion Local is going to prevail. I think both teams have each other's respect.
Yes, I agree.
After there's been a battle between the coaches who come across there. Coach Tim Goodwin, Coach Chris Schmidt. Heck of a ball game. Well played. Our final score in our First National Bank scoreboard, the Flyers 41, the Cardinals 33. We'll be back to wrap it up here on NKTelco Sports.
Winners Meats. Quality meats for 4 generations. Hoagie Lumber. Hilsman Automotive.
Thank you for your patience as we construct a new fiber broadband service in your area. We know that along with this process comes disruption in the easements and right-of-way areas, and we are restoring most areas as we complete them. A few areas will have some utility work installed, so we need to wait for the work to be completed before the lawns can be repaired. We're very close to having the fiber or coax drops cleaned up and replaced with fiber optic drops. Hang in there just a little longer, and we'll have a majority of the new fiber system installed.
Nidec Minster. Clope. Keyhole Pizza.
Clopay Corporation, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road Class A CDL driving positions. Clopay is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clopay offers a great benefits package as an equal opportunity employer and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clopay.com/careers.
Are you looking for a new career with amazing growth potential? NKTelco Press and Automation is hiring for many positions right now. NKTelco is a global company that is growing with its sights on being a billion-dollar company. Machinists, service technicians, human resource personnel, IT specialists, electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, and many more. The opportunities abound at NKTelco Press and Automation. Go to minsterjobs.com now to get started on your new career with NKTelco.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Grand Lake Foot and Ankle Center offers a family-friendly environment with a personalized approach to reduce pain, restore function, and improve mobility. Dr. Christopher Stuckey specializes in reconstructive foot and ankle surgery, diabetic foot care, trauma including fractures and sports injuries, along with bunions, hammer toes, and ingrown toenails. Grand Lake Foot and Ankle Center has offices located in St. Mary's and Salina. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-394-8664.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Running a small business. Your hands are full. We can help. NKTelco partners with local companies by providing business class internet, phone, TV, support, and more. Our advanced system delivers the speed you need with enhanced reliability and support. Running a business is tough. Contact NKTelco and let our expert team give you a hand.
Schwiedemann Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedemann purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
Welcome back. As you see the Raymond Cardinals team huddling around their coach, Chris Schmidt, as they battled the Flyers. Our final score in the First National Bank scoreboard: Flyers prevail 41-33. With our stats and recap brought to you by Wagner's IGA, here's Mr. Jeff Henshin.
Well, an offensive slugfest it was, no doubt. The Flyers prevail 41-33. Total yards, 441 for the Flyers, 475 for New Bremen, and massive numbers by both squads. Marion 231 on the ground, New Bremen 150. New Bremen a little bit more through the air, the 325. They had some good hookups there, some big pass completions. Marion local 210, so balanced attack. Dave, you spoke about Marion's balanced attack, and Bremen, again, consistently as all year has been scoring the ball, and they do so again tonight. Each team about the same amount of first downs, and a turnover there. And the Flyers, the first one of the game, the only one of the game, came early in the third quarter, gave New Bremen a chance to go back and kind of score a touchdown after getting that on their next drive. And back-to-back, other than New Bremen spotting the Flyers a quick 2-touchdown lead, it was back and forth, and a couple of extra points here and there that were converted, not converted. Pass defense on the 2-point conversion knockdown. Big play, and comes down to a one-score game.
Yeah, it's amazing with all that offense. There was only one turnover between
the
two teams.
And with the conditions, too. I mean, it's wet and slimy tonight.
Any of the individual numbers you can share with us,
Oh,
Jeff?
Boy, lots of them here. Peyton Oddie finishes the game 15 of 17 through the air. David Holman, 16 of 27, roughly. I'm sure I kept up with anything. So those quarterbacks came to play, and both of those quarterbacks did a lot of rushing the ball. Oddie around 20 rushing carries, around 160 yards. David Holman, just over 20 carries, 116 yards. Now, a lot of that, he took a hit on that last snap of minus 19. So without that in there, he had around 135 yards. And some of the big receivers, Nick Alec, a big game, 7 catches for him. I got him just shy of 200. And for the Flyers, they also spread the ball around. Drew Louse had a big night receiving, 8 catches. A lot of those on what you call the jet sweep forward pass for around 109 yards. Brady Ronenbaum had some big catches, 3. Some of those were first down. So a lot of action going on tonight as the stats, and watch for yourself and try to keep up with it. And there was a lot of offense. Again, just an awesome football game tonight. It comes down to the one-score determination or the end result here. So hats off to the Flyers and Cardinals. A good effort, and it was a battle.
Now our time for our player of the game, sponsored by NKTelco. We're going to go to the quarterback for the Flyers, Peyton Oddie.
We mentioned his numbers, passing 15 to 17 in yards, and also ran the ball nicely, had a couple of scores tonight. Through the air, on the ground, just a fine performance. And again, no turnovers, no INTs for Oddie, and job well done. He controlled the clock, he managed it well, and helped his team prevail. I mean, there's a number of guys tonight on both sides of the ball that easily, if we could hand out multiples, we could have tonight, as big plays made by a lot of players tonight. But we're going to go right there at number 4, quarterback for the Flyers, Peyton Oddie.
Congratulations to Peyton. Thanks to NKTelco for our player of the game. Well, that'll wrap it up. We'd like to, for our NKTelco crew on camera, James Miller, Aaron Ritter, and Kurt Kuffner. Directors Scott Robinson, assisted by Bryce Hamrick. My partner Jeff Hench, and I'm Dave Konatke. Thanks for watching on NKTelco Sports.